us.
Hey there, I'm Craig, and this is my gaming group. Tonight we're gaming Merrily, which is a game we've been running for, a number of years now. 4 or 5 years, somewhere in there. But we're going into Season 5 of this game. If you're interested in what's happened to date, I have just posted a YouTube video, which is on the Rooksgate YouTube channel, regarding sort of the history up until this point. It's pretty condensed because there's been a lot of hours underneath the wheels for this particular game. Before I go around the table and introduce everybody, we have just converted away from a system which was maybe a little bit too complex / lethal, which may or may not have cost 3 characters' lives. Not here or there. But what we will be playing tonight is Coriolis. However, the narrative remains the same. So, having done the conversion, there will be some questions about the system. That's because we just converted. So start on this side with the lovely
Karina, and I'm playing Judah the pilot, also known as Nitro, and yeah, she likes to get rowdy.
I'm Kyle. I'll be playing Ludolf Spivey, also known as Anvil. I'm the ship's engineer. Basically, the only thing keeping this thing going sometimes after certain incidents.
Matthew, and I play Silas Biggs. He's like an ex-Special Forces infiltrator.
Yep. And anything else special about Mr. Beggs?
He has a long and sordid love life, apparently. Mostly influenced by cards.
So we will also be
You didn't
joined.
tank the All-Star game. Come on now.
Oh, that's true. So we will also be joined by our good friend Tev, who is tonight at a work meeting that he couldn't get out of, but he will join us while we're in stream. So if you suddenly see a guy suddenly show up, or if we pause and go, "Oh my God, it's Tev," that's because Tev's here. Anyhow, So if you could, would you mind flipping on the other monitor there? And let's get started. So where we left off was you guys are down on Kusari,
Yes.
correct? You had attempted to actually look for landing space somewhere near one of the cities, but you had actually taken anti-aircraft fire when you had attempted to do so. Do you guys, does this ring a bell?
Yes, it is. And we
Is that a
landed
no, Karina? Oh, man.
No book.
Oh, that's right.
And I believe we landed what we thought was far enough away, and then we got basically buzzed by KDF.
Kusari Defense Force.
Yeah.
Correct, yes. Okay.
And then there was they froze our ship with the limpet mines we still probably haven't gotten off yet.
That is correct. And then you guys attempted to have a conversation with them via your guns, and that ended with the death of about a half dozen of them and one of you.
Yes.
Yes. There was explosions and drones and a bunch of other really good things. So where we left it is you had just retreated with Crane's body to the Merrily. You guys were, if you recall, Kusari is a moon, which
No,
is...
Kusari was a full-on planet.
I don't think so.
Oh, no, it was a moon around one of the gas giants, right?
Yes, correct.
Yes. So many moons, planets.
I wasn't here for the end of the game. I wasn't here when Crane died.
Right. Sorry, actually, we're kind of both right.
No.
Kusari is actually it is a planet circling the protostar Urail around the planet of Atlas. Correct.
Right.
So it is.
I forgot how convoluted some of the astromechanics were in this place.
Okay. I'm not an astrophysicist, but okay. So if we were to look at it, it is essentially right here. Right?
Yes.
So this is Atlas, right? Which is the central star, okay? And then it's within the orbits of Atlas, right? So from here you can see, the blue-white star is pretty obvious in the sky, but as well there burns a young protostar around which Kusari orbits, okay? Now, you guys had originally arrived here for 2 reasons. First off, you'd come to your rail because your uncle, also a spacer, had...
Found an asteroid that contained some kind of tech that he hadn't really overly described much somewhere out in the Bowman Belt.
Correct. which surrounds Urail, the protostar. And at the same time, Dread had perished.
We were coming here for Dread. Dread perished up on the station up above.
Correct, yeah, because he wanted to actually see somebody here, but he died with you guys getting here.
Yeah.
When they arrived in the Urail system, it was evident that all of the defenses surrounding the Kusari had basically gone berserk and started attacking everything. This is because somebody released a virus which had disabled a ton of code for a variety of services, including the friend or foe services for the defense stations for the Kusari network.
Lesser of two evils.
It also zeroed your account, but neither here nor there.
There's no money now. It's all good.
Mm-hmm.
It's all barter now.
So you have landed on Kusari. Kusari is a relatively young world, and it has fairly dramatic seascapes, but also these islands that jut directly out of the... Is that going to bother you? Winking about seeing you there? Okay.
No.
Some fairly dramatic islands jutting out of the water, around which all of the population of Kusari is actually based. Okay, you had avoided the cities, being unable to actually land, and had found yourselves basically a small installation with a private landing pad. You had landed, but it wasn't too long before you were discovered by the KDF, or the Kusari Defense Forces. Okay, you and Crane went up to see them.
Yes.
Firefight ensued.
Yes.
You're pretty certain that reinforcements are on the way.
Yeah.
Right. The other thing as well that's salient to this is, although the Merrily is down and safe, a Kusari Defense Force aircraft flew over earlier and dropped limpet mines all over the ship. Buzz the ship with a limpet dropper, which have sapped the energy from your vessel. Essentially, you're getting a variety of sort of mixed signals, meaning that your ship cannot form a magnetic bottle in the fusion reactor, which is probably...
We got some of them off.
Some of them,
Harlan,
yes.
And we were booting up
Harlan
defenses.
was he was pretty determined to get them off. However, going was slow.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of them. The last time we dealt with these, it took us a while.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, you dealt with two previously. Your ship is covered by dozens.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. So, you have disabled the Kusari gunship that arrived here.
Yeah.
And you've returned Crane's body back down to the Merrily. What do you do?
Well, I'll continue working on getting more of the mines off.
Okay.
Which is going to be key if we want to get the hell out of here.
Correct. But I think it was a function of electronics to take it off, right?
Yeah.
So in this game, Coriolis uses some terminology which is a little bit odd. The electronics is actually called datagen in this.
Okay.
So it's basically your ability to manipulate any kind of electronics. Okay?
Okay.
And now you also have an electronics kit, do you not?
I do.
Yeah, okay. So that'll give you a bonus. That'll give you a gear dice for the electronics kit.
Okay.
There are a lot of these things, right?
Yeah.
I think I was working on them too, wasn't I?
Yes. Yeah. So you can help with technician.
Yeah.
Okay. So but you can't actually do the work itself. So if you're helping, he gets bonus dice, bonus skill dice.
Yep.
Just by automatically. So how many technician levels do you have?
Technology or datagen?
Technology.
Two.
All right. So she'll give you a bonus 1 skill die.
Okay.
Okay.
Mark
So,
your colors.
So, flu,
okay.
stat,
Yep.
which for me, wits is 5. 2 points for 2 skill for Dadagen, 2 skill or additional 1 for her help,
Okay.
1 for the kit.
Okay. Do it.
Woohoo!
Those ones are... Oh, one of these is probably the one. 4 successes.
Holy crap. Nice going, Kyle.
So apparently that's like success and bonus.
Well, 4 successes, 1 fail.
Yeah, the fail only counts if you push the roll.
Okay, and I'm not going to push that roll.
No.
I don't think I need to.
Come on.
Or do I need to? I haven't played these rules even before, so
All right. Okay. So.
Are we dealing with clock, or are we dealing with straight up
So
success?
we're dealing with a clock here. How many successes you're going to need to actually finish successfully? At this point, you've probably removed. You kind of get you begin understanding their technology. Okay.
Okay.
These devices normally have some sort of asymmetrical security, but that's programmed from some sort of central point. Okay, so at this point, these devices aren't able to actually do that. So they have a standardized security, and once you kind of get used to how that works, you figure out a way to actually deceive them and take them off. It's time consuming. However, after a couple of hours, you've found that you've removed maybe 60%.
That's pretty good.
That's good. How many do we need to get off before we can actually...
Well, bear in mind, so what this means is, at this point, I'm going to, if you were to attempt to use the ship, I would roll 4 dice.
Okay.
Okay. And if I got any 1s...
Yeah, it wouldn't work.
No, it might work, but then suddenly stop working.
Yeah. Now, at that point, would it be worth it to try and get more successes to get more of them off?
Well, it really depends on how much of a rush you're in.
Depends how much of a rush are we in, guys. We just did take out a...
Backup is coming.
Yeah.
Okay. No, you just put it aside.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll recover those for yourself. So what he's just done is he's just spent a willpower to push his roll. What did you roll a 1 on, Kyle?
Would have been skill.
Skill. Okay.
That's the 1 on stat.
Okay, and no other successes?
And no other successes.
All right, fair enough. So, you push yourself. You're not able to accomplish any more.
No.
Okay, so, all right, sounds good. So, normally what happens is I will not tell you how many successes you've received until after you decide whether or not you're going to push.
Right, okay.
Okay, so FYI.
Yeah.
Okay. While he's doing that, you're helping him. Harland is on sensors waiting, basically scanning the skies, waiting for, the response. What are you doing, Bex?
I think given our lack of a heavy gunner, I'd probably be trying to get into a position to be observing.
Okay.
Like either approaching folks or...
Okay, so you're...
for, like, Overwatch, but...
Okay, so you jump on top of the ship with your gun kind of idea?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Fair enough. I take it you're going to take your accelerator rifle?
Yeah, it seems
the
like
long
the
gun?
thing. Yeah, that seems
all right.
like the thing.
All right, so you... and...
I'd probably be making an observation.
what happens is you'll need to make an observation if there's a need to.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So what happens is it's like you observe and you don't see anything, right? What happens instead is if something actually happens, then I'll tell you to make your observation.
Okay.
Okay?
Gotcha.
So in order to tell me whether or not something's going to happen, I'll just go to my handy-dandy divination deck,
Yes.
a.k.a. playing cards.
Oh, that went so well for us on last Thursday.
Yeah. All right. 2 hours pass. Kusari has a short day-night cycle. You're moving into night. Okay? As you are, hold on. You attacked at night.
Yeah.
You'd be moving into morning. My
moving
apologies.
into day, yeah.
Mm-hmm. You are, and Erika, so you took the body inside, right? Crane.
Yeah.
And Rika's like, what the fuck happened?
Well, we ambushed the PDF on the hill, and
Why would you do that? Why would you attack them?
they have our ship locked down. We're trying to get them to break their hold.
Is this worth it? She looks at the multiply perforated body of Crane. I think you shot 5 times, right? Something like that.
That was a fair bit.
Yeah.
Botch of a botch of a botch.
Yeah. Oh, and then you poked him with a stick and he died.
The first poke was good. The second poke didn't work
Why
out.
are you
so-
poking him with a stick?
It was a fateful
Well,
poke. He
it was
botched
a
his medical roll.
My first, he'd burnt a couple tries towards death.
Attempted.
My first attempt brought him a couple points, but it was kind of like a battle, right? We
I
had to,
believe the poke him with the
beat
stick is still that reference way back to
yeah.
when we lost the first character in this campaign.
That's right. Okay. Okay. So you are. Morning has or night has faded into morning. Okay, and it's sort of a gray light. The weather patterns here are pretty dramatic, right? So when the sun comes up, there's kind of like this gray light on the horizon, and suddenly it explodes into like these multiple colors. The protostar itself is a pretty vibrant thing, right? It's a new star. Its fusion reactants are not 100%. So sometimes the star kind of wavers between yellow and orange as the fusion kind of whatever. But that glow makes the planet fairly dramatic when it comes to weather. Okay? And it's for that reason that when they terraformed the planet, they added an extra dense layer of carbon dioxide. So there's lots of albedo from the planet to reflect a lot of the radiation coming off this protostar. As the star actually rises and it comes to day, an unusual thing happens. Well, of course, an unusual thing happens, right? You are sort of standing, like you're working, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's warm here, tropical almost. As the sun comes up, it gets warmer.
That's why I hate planets.
Planets suck.
It's too much variation in.
It's always changing.
And not only that, you don't hear that monotonous the gunk of the ship, right? However, as the planet rises, there is you hear a fast-moving vehicle coming from basically on the horizon. You kind of cast around. Falk says, "Our atmospheric sensors aren't the best, but I think planes. I don't know."
Yeah.
Planes?
Yeah.
Lovely.
Now, if you recall, your ship's guns are remarkably bad at shooting at planes.
Yes.
You get really lucky.
Especially since the only ones viable right now are the lasers, which are extremely difficult to deal with in atmosphere.
That's right. However, this is what happens. Remember, the processing center, the pipes leading out into the water, the actual deserted factories down there. You're on this landing platform beside it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a rise. There was the old
radio tower,
or whatever was above, and then parked right there was the KDF vehicle, right? You hear the sound. You kind of begin casting around, looking for the sound, and then suddenly there's an eruption from the top of the hill.
Oh,
okay. And
dealt with
the KDF vehicle suddenly just vaporizes in sort of a spray of fuel and fuselage. Okay,
that could have been good salvage. Oh well.
And then a second KDF vehicle flies overhead.
Okay.
Okay, it circles. Okay, and Falk sort of dictates from inside. He says, this guy's got a completely different kind of transponder, and he's painting us.
Okay.
Like he's scanning you.
All right.
Okay. The vehicle does a circle, like so. It kind of comes around and then suddenly sort of arcs back up as its jets fire heavily to brake, and then basically begins to circle slowly towards your vehicle.
I think I'd better run for the gun.
Okay. So you drop in through the upper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we have enough of these out that we actually have power to the guns, or right? Nice.
So the question is, are you going to fire up the fusion reactor?
You guys do know if I fire that up with any of these on, there's a chance that we just go boom, right?
I thought it just lost containment and didn't go boom.
It really depends on
the dice and the cards. It's a good chance to just lose containment and it won't start up.
That's right. It should just crash, right?
There's also the chance that
it's really exciting we get.
The problem is that so the magnetic bottle for the fusion reactor is kind of a yes/no kind of thing.
It's
right?
either on or off.
The limpets, on the other hand, kind of provide a maybe kind of power.
Yeah.
Right? Because they interfere, what occurs is you might have power, and then nothing. Right? And then it's back again.
Yeah.
Right? So that kind of thing
Is not good for a fusion reactor.
So it could weaken the magnetic bottle rather than drop it.
Right.
Right?
Keep removing mines.
I'm going to keep removing mines.
Okay, so we're paused.
Yeah.
Dramatic time, or we're now into dramatic time.
Right.
Okay? So the vehicle buzzes overhead. Do you run for the guns? And do you power up the generator? Yes or no?
It's either that or, like, check Dred's room.
Dred's probably What, you mean
surface
the weapons
air?
locker?
No, Dred's room.
Yeah, the weapons locker.
No, we have one of those too. That's separate.
No, it's not.
No, there's actually a hammock in there.
It's not.
All right, what do you do?
Well, if I'm not aware of any hand-man portable anti-aircraft solution, I think we should just try and fire up.
Okay, we'll try to fire up.
I feel like these guys are coming in fired up, so what are we going to do? Right?
Okay, it's a relatively routine thing to fire up the generator.
Okay.
However, you have fluctuating power across the board. Okay,
Yeah.
Some panels just don't come on. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to make an engineering check. It's going to be +2 because firing up generators normally wouldn't require a roll, but still relatively straightforward. So add 2 to your skill for this roll.
Okay, so 5 for the wits.
Yeah.
3 for technology. So add 2 to the skill for
Yep.
ease. Well,
And there are no tools involved.
there are no tools involved. And Tinker does not apply because I'm not actually repairing anything.
Correct.
What happens if I turn this switch on?
Woohoo!
3 successes.
All right. Okay. So the generator comes up. Okay. You are definitely like losing power.
Yeah.
Okay?
I don't know how long I can actually hold this for, so...
So in this game, everything's rated by energy points. Okay. So your generator normally generates 5 energy points.
Right.
Okay. You have access to 2. That would be enough to maneuver the ship slowly, or fire both lasers.
Okay. Maneuvering slowly probably won't do us much good here. You've got power to the lasers, but I don't have much more, and I don't know how long I can hold it.
Okay. It requires that you remain at the engineering
Yeah.
station. You're basically rerouting power as systems fail.
Yeah.
Wait.
So you probably I'll give it to you this way. 1 shot, okay. 2 shots, maybe. 3 shots, I don't know if I can hold it.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
So in other words, make them count.
Can we get more power to the sensors to see what's going on? Because he said it was unusual transponder.
So he was running off of battery for the sensor, right? So yes, but you'd have to spend an energy point to do that instead.
Okay. Can I grab his toolkit and keep working on limpets?
We're not in dramatic time. This is gonna happen. This is gonna be over in 5 minutes,
Okay.
or not.
Or less.
All right. Well, can I see the ship from? I've situated myself.
Yeah.
in
So
the
you drop
top
yourself
turret.
into the turret.
Yeah.
Now remember, these are ship turrets, right? So
Yes.
they kind of turn like
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
because
I need to fix that.
well, they're not used to like you
They're
don't.
ship guns.
They're ship
not
guns.
meant to
Far
shoot
away,
at.
so
right?
it's not that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is fixing it would be like changing a battleship's guns,
I know.
right?
No,
It's like
Hey,
whoa,
let me
cool. Meanwhile, the ship's like
let me rephrase that. I need to add some atmospheric turrets to the weapon slots.
oh, okay, yeah, I would agree with that statement.
Given what we do.
Yeah, a Vulcan. Well, you kind of have a Vulcan cannon, but
Yeah,
you guys
on the
mounted it
bottom.
on the bottom because you thought, oh, we're going to shoot at ground targets with it,
Yeah.
right?
Actually,
Everything
We
you've
just
ever
need
needed to
some
shoot
really
at was in the
fly
sky.
landing gear that we can.
Just flip the ship over.
We're all wearing our harnesses. We land.
Yes, thank you.
flip
yeah,
out our
actually, you
chairs.
have done that once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that was Normandy. That's right. I remember that. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Thunk.
Yeah. So you're gonna aim for this vehicle?
I suppose I will. That's ranged combat.
It is range combat. Yes. And the talent that you want here to help you out is ship's gunner. Unfortunately, you have psionics now.
Oh.
Yeah. So you lost that.
Are we capped out at 3 talents?
No, but everybody gets 3 talents at the beginning.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So interesting. So you're gonna use that turret, eh? Okay.
This guy seems a little hot under the collar. I don't think we're going to talk our way out of it. Well,
Maybe
he's described it kind of burning up to get like a run at us, maybe.
Well, he destroyed the other KDF vehicle for
That's
some
the
reason.
odd thing.
That's the odd
He's
one.
got an odd transponder and he shot a KDF vehicle.
He has a different transponder.
Yeah.
Anyone want to maybe call him?
Fuck, talk to somebody? What? Come on! That's crazy talk.
That's so a Harlan thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harlan would do the talking?
He would.
That's right, because he
every
has
time.
charisma. That's for you, Cam.
If you're following us today.
I should hope so. I don't know which one he is in here. He is.
Yeah, okay.
Or Rika
Well-
maybe wants to talk to him before we...
Okay, bear in mind, Rika, when she's in the ship, she's basically blind, right?
Yeah.
So unless you actually call her, she is...
Apparently we need more doggos and also Cam from Holistic Falconry.
Holistic Falconry, isn't that... Is that...
Leanne's watching us, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Hello, Leanne.
And then we also have Dream of Takai.
That would be that'd be my friend
32.
Mark.
Okay. Okay, so do you... I'm sorry. You need more dogs?
Doggos.
As
Oh,
in dogs?
yeah, because they're not allowed in at the moment.
Yeah. Do you call Rika? You can if you wish.
It might not hurt, but I don't know.
It's always been Harlan who speaks when we're up in the ships.
It's true.
Okay. Well, Harlan's... Okay.
Or we could have Harlan speak if he wants to. He is technically the
That would be
captain.
typical, and he is in the bridge.
Yes.
Sure.
That's his thing.
Okay, so his empathy is 3, as chosen by Cam, and he's got 2 manipulate. So he's sort of okay at this. He has absolutely no abilities that actually help him, though.
Oh, I
This is
know.
usual.
Except charisma.
Wow.
Well,
Well, he's better when he's not here. Just saying.
You gotta know, remember, it is his dice that do almost all the mess ups.
That's true. That's true. Oh,
Every
man, I'm
single-
so screwed.
Because wasn't it like every single roll was a complication?
Yeah.
Yeah, every roll. Oh,
Well,
yeah.
Thursday was a mess. So
Yeah,
many
okay,
complications.
okay. So he says, yeah, I'll try to initiate contact with him. It's a couple minutes later. You're just bringing the guns up, right? Your targeting sensors are coming up. Normally you have like an hour to do this kind of stuff, right? Plot the course, right? Maybe not an hour, but sometime. Before the guns can come up, though, he says, this is a little complicated. They say they're with the KDF.
The other one.
The real KDF.
Oh, maybe we have a factional thing going on here. Everybody's just gone off reservation or something.
I don't know, but he says that he'd like to talk to the captain.
Which...
It's just technically me, but yeah, that's gonna be awkward. I'm gonna say he during the last session someone else will have to step up to become captain. Okay.
Not me.
I technically have command 1.
Yeah, command and manipulation. That's what you're after.
Yeah, no manipulation. Oh no, yeah, I have it.
So just so you're aware, Tev, his new character, actually has, I think, a 5 empathy.
Ooh.
Does he?
Oh yeah, I can.
Or-
no, I don't have his. I've got the ship.
That's the Merrily. You have his over there somewhere, probably.
His character has a 4 empathy. My apologies.
Okay. I have a 4 empathy. I've got 1 in command, 0 in manipulation, though.
Okay.
I've just got 3 in 1.
Okay.
You'd be better off
Rooksgate's
than a
out
captain
there, right?
then.
Well, if it's just by that, it's probably Rika who should
Yeah.
be captain, but whatever. Okay, so he's like, they're asking permission to land, and they're asking us to stand down from our weapons.
Well, we're kind of like
Yeah.
boxer and a chihuahua here. Let's have
Let's
a talk.
Yeah. Power him down.
Okay. Do you turn off the weapons?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
And actually power down the reactor too, because I don't.
All right.
Otherwise, I'm going to have to stay in this room for a while.
Let me just see if there's any pressure changes to the ship.
Yay!
Nope.
Good.
Okay.
So there we go. We'll get the rest of them off, and we'll be fun. It'll be better.
All right. Okay. So the vehicle it circles, and then it lands perhaps 50 meters from you. Okay. This vehicle seems to be sort of a combination. Remember, the KDF, they're not really a military force, right?
No, they're a police force.
Yeah, they're a heavily armed paramilitary police force, okay? So this vehicle obviously pulled double duty as some sort of patrol car / personnel carrier, whatever. It does appear to carry 2 larger rockets or missiles, one of which has been discharged, and you guess probably is the reason why there's a smoking crater up there. That, by the way, like there's a plume of smoke rising into the sky from where this thing was vaporized. Okay.
Potent.
Well, and it's full of fuel and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So they stop the vehicle, like they land the vehicle with its front towards you.
So they can shoot us.
Just in case, right?
You do.
That's what you do.
Okay. And so in the front there's like a pair of, what's side by side? Is that tandem is run in front of the other, right? What's side by side? So there's 2 chairs in the front and 1 chair behind. So the chair behind, that rear seat, the cockpit opens and the ladder kind of distends, and a fellow climbs down. He's wearing a tattered KDF uniform, okay? And he looks much more... Okay, bear in mind that Kusari was originally colonized by a portion of colony ship which was mostly Japanese people. So they speak Mandanese here. Mm-hmm. And so by nature, native Kusarians are either fully or partially Oriental. Okay. Or at least have Oriental features. And so the guys up on the hill, they didn't have that.
Oh.
Right? Like they were, sort of a mixture of Caucasian and different, well, just a variety of different kinds of people, but they didn't necessarily seem native Kusarian, and these guys definitely seem more like what you were expecting when you came to Kusari.
Oh, that's a small relief.
Okay. And they step out of the vehicle, and he steps out of the vehicle and moves towards you. Okay. His uniform looks like he's seen battle. It's torn in places. It's been hastily stitched. He looks like he's been in combat, right? And not a little bit of it, quite a bit. Right. He also has kind of like the bags underneath his eyes. Perhaps he
hasn't slept for like...
Yeah, exactly. And
since how many days did we break the world?
So it's been a couple months now.
No.
Yeah, you remember you hid out for a while.
Oh, that's right. We did. Yeah.
And he has like the jack in his head. Although you notice that he has no port cable for the vehicle. So. Which is maybe unusual.
Or maybe it's a good thing you didn't have.
Right. Anyhow, so he walks over, and as he does so, he stops perhaps about 10 meters from you. On his hip, he has a pistol, a charged pistol, and he says, "Just want to talk." His accent is definitely heavily Mandanese, but he speaks fairly he speaks clear English.
We can talk.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember how many different languages.
Would it make sense for me to move my metacurgy to manipulation and take the role of Captain Talkerface?
Captain Talkerface?
Well, again, I've got, like I said, I'm not huge on it.
So that is who will be joining your ship. So,
Doctor
Hanto Yager.
Scientist doctor. Well, he does dig the research stuff.
Yeah.
Always has.
And he's from here.
Yeah.
That's how we're going to be tied together. Cool.
Oh, let's see. Patois, Anglo.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's
French,
definitely got a
Vietnamese.
leg up on me on command. But otherwise, we're kind of... I mean, he's got his strengths and my strengths.
But he wouldn't be necessarily be.
But I guess
captain.
he's not with us yet.
And he
Correct.
necessarily
But
wouldn't be
anyways,
captain either. He's doctor. He's
Yeah.
scientist, so.
Yeah, and our usual talker just isn't here.
Again,
You know
Karina the player is not terribly witty, but I can still roll dice, so.
Yeah, well...
Okay. Again, new system. So what'll happen is we'll have a couple of sessions to to tinker. Okay. So where were we? Right.
Yes, we want to talk.
Yeah. So he kind of holds up his hands. He says, "You're obviously from off-world. I've made this patrol route before, and I haven't seen you.
Yeah, we're from off-world.
How did you get here?
What was the name of the moon that...
Ramage.
Ramage. Landed on Ramage, talked to the guys up there, decided to help out, shut down... We shut down
The orbital defense.
the orbital defenses
system.
so that people could actually make it through.
The defense zone is down.
It, or at least in a section of it is...
Got a hole in it. What did we do specifically?
No. Okay. So
Can't remember if it was specific.
replay. You actually had a choice between whether or not to reset the defense net or not, and you did.
Oh, it was a
Knowing that if you reset it, the computers that were actually running the code would come up blank and
Right.
basically stop.
Okay.
So the whole system's down then.
Yes. Right. Another one of those fateful decisions that you guys made.
Yeah.
They can always send up people and fix them themselves.
Well, now that they can actually approach them
Yeah, exactly.
without getting shot, though there's
So-
probably still the
So
boss.
when did that happen? Like, is that...
About a day and a half, day and a half maybe?
Oh, shit. All right. I'm Kari, Lieutenant Kari. I'm from the KDF, or what's left of it at least.
Yeah, I'm assuming the people we ran into before weren't.
So the KDF, most people in Kusari are fairly wealthy, because Kusari is Kusari. Meaning that for the KDF, it was important, it was necessary to recruit off-world personnel in order to fill out our ranks. Well, when the exchange went down, you know the exchange is down.
Yes.
So, when the exchange went down, we couldn't pay them anymore. And suddenly, they decided that, they had the guns. And unfortunately, in the KDF, they outnumber us about 6 to 5, I guess, would probably be about what the odds are.
Oh, that's not good odds at all.
No. And so the only fortunate part is that they aren't united. Right? All of them want to be in charge, which has given us a bit of an edge.
Would probably be why we got shot at when we tried to approach a city.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, the cities are no-fly zones. There's a couple that we've been able to pacify, and we've been able to disarm the renegades, but for the most part, the cities are no-fly zones. They have control of SAM batteries and anti-aircraft guns, and at this point, they also have control of the planetary defense net.
As much as it's available at the moment.
So I don't know who you are. I assume somebody dropped limpets on you. Is that what I'm seeing here?
Yeah, we're in the process of getting...
That ship you vaporized up on the hill.
Right. Yes. So we've changed our transponder signal so we can identify one another.
Oh, okay.
To other KDF forces that haven't changed theirs, we look the same, but to each other we can recognize each other. Why did he tell you that? That fellow up there, he was one of the renegades.
Noticed your different transponders.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We didn't shoot at you first.
That's part of the reason.
His face kind of, it's like, but we thought we were so tricky. But you're like, yeah, we have a folk.
Judah doesn't have tact. There's no feelings to spare.
And
We're good at what we do.
Yeah, no, and Falk bluntly he's good at what he does, right? So he's an intelligence analyst. He
Notice the small differences.
yeah, that's right. He's like, listen, there's not much we can offer you, but we could really use your help if you're interested.
Depends on what. Don't expect us to help fight your battles. Our ship's armed, but we're not that good.
No, the fact that your ship is a ship is what's important to us here. Most of the starships have been grounded. There's some sort of virus wiped out a variety of navigational nets, etc. And not many free traders actually make it to Kusari. Most of the stuff that comes here are just short-haul corporate from Ramage.
Yeah,
Right.
we saw a lot of them staging at Ramage, and I
Ramage
wouldn't
was in chaos when
I
I
wouldn't
left.
bet on very much coming in through there.
All right,
They were in lockdown when we left.
listen,
Atmosphere.
we can't offer you money, but is there anything that we can offer you for your services? Because we desperately need a transport vessel.
Supplies and spares.
Supplies and spares would be our best.
And can we get the limpets off?
Yeah, well, we're working on that.
You're not sure he can help you
No.
because they're not from his vessel, so they're not
Yeah.
keyed to his,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's blowed up. So all right. Yeah, supplies and spares.
All right. So
Are there other rebel forces in this area?
there are several, which means that if your ship is immobilized, I'd recommend you make it not that way really quickly.
Yeah. Once I'm done talking to... Actually, you know what? You guys talk to him. I'm going to get back to work.
Listen, if you're okay with it, I can summon some of I can put out a call to some of the local KDF forces, and we can protect you until your ship is mobile.
Sure.
Works.
Yeah, we're a sitting duck until we get these mines off the ship. So
All right.
any assistance would be appreciated, and we can return in kind.
Okay, so now Kusari. Its claim to fame was it was basically the Switzerland of the cluster, right?
Yeah.
It was a neutral planet. It had a banking exchange. It was responsible for, the exchange of cargoes, etc. It didn't really manufacture a lot of stuff.
Yeah. So
Right.
spares might not be...
Well, they got a whole bunch of grounded ships.
They have a lot of the ships that are on the ground. They're not transport ships, right? They're like local shuttles and things like
Yeah,
that, right?
they won't have
They're
spares.
salvage on the hoof.
On the hoof, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
If they're not flying again.
yeah. Most of their space facilities were on Ramage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So
Most of the stuff that would be on the planet would be lighters.
well,
that
yes,
would be back
lighters
and
and
forth.
cutters. The main challenge here, you don't think is at the amount of equipment that's available. It's at their technical capacity to actually salvage it for you. You'd probably have to do it yourself. So, I don't know if that's worth it to you.
It'd be better off to salvage one of the freighters up top that got into the mess on Ramage.
That whole area might be cooled off if we hang out here for a little while.
Yeah, I'm okay with being not dead up there.
Yeah.
Because there was stuff falling from the sky as we were getting to the ship, remember?
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, there was a fairly massive...
Remember,
debris
Ramage's
from
defense cannons were active.
Ramage's defense cannons were active. Kusari's defense cannons were active. Yes.
It's a graveyard up there. We can pick it later if we need
Also,
to.
Kusari Highport was apparently destroyed.
Yeah.
Right? And it's slowly breaking apart and falling to the surface.
Yeah. We'll mention that to him, that the high port is
Maybe an extinction level event?
What? Do we have a plot on where that thing's gonna come down?
No, you guys never did take a plot on where it was going to come down.
Oh, guess what you're doing
How
while
big
we're
is Kusari Highport?
not
Big.
About 1 million tons.
Big.
Like, really big.
We should mention that you might, if you've got any access to space sensors, might want to start plotting Kusari Highport, because...
Why? What happened? We haven't been in
When the
communication with them.
When the defense net, the planetary defense net up top went wacko.
Yeah.
It
So you
just,
explained to him the death of the Kusari Highboard. Okay,
Yeah.
I gotcha.
and the fact that it's probably in a degrading orbit.
All right. So his face slackens and pales, right? And he says, "What happened? Suddenly there were no computers anywhere. I can't jack into my jet because the software just erased itself."
As far as we can tell, when it's happened, might have happened everywhere. We were above Caprice before we came here, and everything was going
totally
down.
don't know anything.
We don't.
Not at all.
Yeah.
At least, yeah.
12,000 people lived on Kusari Highport.
Oof.
Oh, shit. Well, but there's been tens of thousands of casualties within the cities. Well, plus people not getting paid. I can only imagine what basic on Gong Hei looks like right now. Anyhow.
Especially given the blockade.
Gong Hei was totally blacked out from the rest of the world, wasn't it?
Yeah, Gong Hei had its own political problems before all this
Yeah.
happened.
Eesh. Oh well.
The GM smiles evilly.
Should Caprice just be happy that they were already on the...
No, Caprice is completely toast now.
Yeah.
We won't even
No,
go
but
there.
they were
All
already...
right. So, yeah, so he's... So you asked for spares? Well, okay, he says, well, the shipyard is, like, what we need is mission critical to us. It's of no value to you whatsoever, but it's mission critical to us. And I'm sure I
Okay.
could talk to the council about letting you take whatever you need.
What do you need and how quickly do you need it?
Well-
And where do we have to go to get it? Because plotting without any of the nav comms is getting extremely difficult.
The nav comms are down too?
So we heard on Ramage they were having
Anything that has a network kind of doesn't exist anymore.
we were
Okay, sidebar, PC to GM, or GM to PC.
because
I'm glad that you guys took at least 5 seconds making that decision.
actually I think we mentioned it was 5-10. I think it was actually more about 5-10 minutes to make the decision, not seconds. But it was quick.
It really wasn't
No,
quick.
no, it wasn't. It
Yeah.
was. I'm pretty sure everybody at the table is like, I already know what I think, but we'll talk about it for a bit. But I already know what I want.
Enslavement, be free. Really?
Oh, now you're free.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, it's not so much the nav comps don't work as we just aren't getting updates from what was the
Traveler Aid Society.
Traveler Aid Society.
No, it's anything with a network just doesn't talk to itself.
Right, yeah. So what happens is normally when you jump into a system, what will happen will be your navigation records will be updated with drift, right? It is possible through science to calculate the drift, right?
It's a lot of orbital bodies.
But it's a lot of orbital bodies, and the fact that you don't have very powerful computers because of a reason,
Yeah.
right? Makes it more difficult.
We kind of need to fix more.
So, it's like you get the slide rule out, and, it's, yeah. Okay, so all of that, though, we kind of come back to the point where...
What does he need? Where is it?
Okay, so the ecology of Kusari is not 100% stable. And because of that, many Kusarians have basically the Kusari, what do you call it? What's symptoms?
Syndrome? Or?
Syndrome, thank you. The Kusari syndrome. It's easily treatable with Paragen 17, for which we have some limited manufacturing capacity here on Kusari. And don't get me wrong, we have fairly large stockpiles, maybe enough for the next 6 to 8 months. But after that, all native Kusarians will begin basically a terminal degenerative disease.
Might not need it with the high port falling down.
Well, let's not even go there.
Okay, he pales at the exact horror of what you've just said. Are you suggesting we just stop and accept our fate?
No, I'm saying that we've got 2 deadlines to work against. Let's go.
We imported Paragen from the Union. It was Originally, our bulk of it we bought from the cheapest manufacturer, which was on Gong Hei. However, there are other manufacturers who actually are capable of synthesizing the chemical, for which we could give you the list of the facilities.
Right.
That would probably be helpful.
Okay.
I'm guessing that by us saying this, we're willing to help you, and yes, we will help you. We just need the information.
Okay. Now, the Perogen it's important that the drug is of a certain quality, right? Because Perogen, if it's manufactured cheaply, there's quality control that's necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps, if I could suggest, we could bring perhaps one of our medical experts here to actually tell you what exactly is necessary in order to produce the correct.
That would probably help, because
and perhaps he could render to you whatever tests are necessary to guarantee purity.
Mm-hmm.
What they're saying is don't buy the blue.
Yeah.
Hi, Cam.
Okay. Okay. Let's
bring in people to keep us safe, because
We gotta get the mines off.
especially with that, then we'll work on getting rid of the limpets.
My colleagues have already
Okay.
made arrangements for you.
And bring your medical expert in to at least give us a rundown of what we need to do.
All right. It's going to take me a little bit of time to sort it out, but
It's going to take us probably at least another 2 to 4 hours to clear off the rest of these limpets.
okay. All right. So he returns to his gunship, horrified at the fact that you suggested that perhaps the planet's all going to die anyhow. So what's the point? Way to go, Judah.
Well, I think he was first horrified when we told him Kusari Highport was coming down.
Yeah. And you got to think, right, for this guy, Kusari Highport's been up there for hundreds of years, right?
Yeah.
So this guy, he grew up on this planet looking at it, right? Because you can see it,
Yeah.
right? From
Look, by the way, where is it anyhow?
it's like, oh, that, oh, he's right. Wow.
Because it hasn't quite started entering atmosphere.
So don't worry,
yet.
while we're out looking for
Super
places
big.
to get this synthesized, we'll also be looking at ships to come
Pull the thing.
lifeboat.
Is there a lot of water on Kusari?
It's about 70% water.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If it hits water, we might
Yeah,
be okay.
you're thinking tsunami, right?
Yeah.
Now, but there is one thing. Actually, there's a piece of information I gave you earlier.
Oh,
which is,
the high the heavy atmosphere will actually slow it down.
it's a super dense atmosphere,
Ah.
right, by nature. So the friction for the
It's going to hit a really hot pocket when it hits
Yeah.
down.
The best thing that could happen to it is if
Boiling
it was,
tsunami.
if it was detonated in orbit
Mhm.
into smaller pieces.
Yeah, then it becomes a. Oh, that could happen. That could.
70% water. Good chance a bunch of the pieces won't hit people.
Well, right, but the smaller the pieces,
The more chance they'll burn up in the heavy atmosphere.
Yeah.
right, right.
It's
So-
like we need an old tech bomb.
I don't know, cue Bruce Willis and some Steve Tyler there. Don't say.
And a drill.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
All right, okay. I think his character needs to look like Steve Buscemi if that's the case. All right. All right, so Perogen 12. Okay.
Virgin 17.
Perogen 17, yeah, sorry. What I'd like you to do is I would like you to make your tech roll. With protection, you are no longer. By the way, that's this card. That was just a random encounter with the local forces. The last card was a club, which is the renegade forces.
Mhm.
Anyhow, what you can do, since you're not in a dramatic situation anymore, like time, you're a little bit less pressed for time.
Because we
You
have
don't need to actually roll.
Okay.
You've learned the technique of getting them off.
It's just going to take me time.
Right. These things are not meant to be irremovable. They're meant to slow you down, right?
Yeah.
While other people arrive. Well, that's not going to happen. So you take whatever time you necessary to take them off.
Yeah. Get me a crate.
Okay, when taking them off, you disable them.
Doesn't mean I can't re-enable them.
Does that not mean you can re-enable them?
Or can I roll a scavenger roll to scavenge them?
So last game, when you were taking them off, I asked you, did you want to take them off? Would you want to remove them? Or did you want to remove them basically with prejudice, meaning that they would be destroyed by taking them off?
So the 60% yes, removed with prejudice because they were quickest to get off. Okay. If I've got time...
Okay.
Keeping in mind that we're being babysat here.
True.
The clock's running away.
We also have to wait for Tev to show up.
I received a message from him. He is saying that his union meeting is taking a long time, so...
Yeah.
Union meeting.
That's not surprising, though, considering what they're covering.
Yeah.
Okay.
Considering there was some...
Is he still going to join us?
He just said he's expecting it to take a long time, and that was 50-something minutes ago, so...
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay, no, I won't bother to try and salvage any of them.
Wait. Does that mean we have 2 Union enemies here?
The Union and the Union.
Oh my word! Whew, okay.
Do you feel better now?
Maybe.
Yes. Okay, so let's... okay, so you managed to deactivate the mines.
Mm-hmm.
If you want, yes, absolutely, you could do a salvage on them. If you want to collect them, we can salvage them for parts after the fact.
Sure.
Okay. Just write them somewhere so that you know.
Chip.
There's a reason why I'm formally Union. It's too much red tape.
Yeah, it keeps you away from gaming.
Yeah.
What the hell? Although if there was a gamers union, I would totally join. You know?
Oh, I should actually probably transfer the rest of the cargo from the old sheet onto here.
Absolutely. If you like. You don't need to do that this instant.
No. But it will be
They
done.
probably should have one. They probably need some health benefits.
Yes.
It's a lot of
You're
sitting
right,
and
there are a
drinking.
lot of sitting,
Like
yeah.
yeah.
And chips.
And chips, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Another day cycle turns into night by the time you're done. Okay. You have collected them all. Riku will come out to actually help you retrieve all of the different equipment. I'll remind you, you guys actually have a task while you're here, right?
Yes.
So I don't know if that has fallen on the back burner. If you are, where is my mouse? There it is.
Yeah, no, there was... What?
Oh yeah, we're delivering...
Okay, here's the thing. What city were we supposed to deliver...
You know, I'm just about to find that out. What the heck is happening? Oh, jeez, it's my laptop. Grr! My mouse pad on my laptop is...
Fubar?
Fubar? Is that the right word? Maybe?
Yeah.
Your mouse on it?
Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're
Mine
going to
too.
pause. I'm going to restart my computer here. And all right, we're back. Sorry for the sudden departure, but I had a technical failure, which we have now fixed. Dell. And so we are back. The party is currently just deciding what they're going to do next. They have tentatively agreed to help these people. Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You said we needed to go to Honshu, or where is Dread's...
Kyushu.
Yeah, Kusari Kayushu.
Kyushu.
To give the flower to his love.
Correct.
Now, can we say talk to one of the guys and see if Kyushu is actually safe to get to?
Yeah. So we're going to skip ahead by a couple hours,
Okay.
and we're going to assume that in that couple of hours, a few things happened. First off, you removed all the limpets.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, for those of you who needed rest, by the time all of it kind of sorts itself out, you guys have been able to actually rest, so your fatigue is gone. Falk is still damaged, so he's the walking wounded at this point. So we'll keep that in mind when we're playing him. He will need treatment by somebody with medical skill. Oh, you have a level of medical?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fair enough.
You remember we picked it up at some point.
Metacurgy, as
Yeah.
they call it on this.
I'm actually thinking about rewriting the character sheet just to be a little bit more. First off, not gray.
Yeah, we need to strip off some of those.
I know this is with the layers turned off.
Oh wow!
It's a super busy character sheet. Anyhow, and with more talent levels, more talent spots. So
Yeah, maybe
anyhow,
yeah.
So that said, you guys find yourselves now waiting for these other people to arrive. Okay. You seem to have accumulated not a lot of, but maybe 3 or 4. It's tough to tell because they're flying in patterns of these gun cars. Okay, it would appear that your ship, this beat up piece of crap Agora, 50-year-old Agora freighter.
Only 50. I thought she was closer to 100.
Appears to be of value, more value than you could possibly imagine to these people, right? Which you find maybe a little bit amusing, considering some of the places where this ship has been.
Like an underground highway system.
Was that this one or was that the?
No, that was this one.
Because I thought that we were in the other boat at that point.
And Oregon, nope, this was this ship.
No, I was awesome.
Oh yeah, that's right. And we dealt, and the fact that we dove down there to avoid a missile.
Because I was awesome.
Anyhow, so all of that to say, as nighttime rolls around, it actually finally gets totally dark. A larger air carrier arrives. Okay, and a fellow gets out. Actually, a number of people get out. 3 of them are obviously just security. Then there is a second diminutive. You think he's possibly half Mandanese, half Caucasian. You're not exactly sure. And then another fellow who looks to be sort of a taller version of the first guy. Okay. In the darkness, it's tough to kind of make out the details. They're wearing uniforms. They've all got close cropped hair. They kind of look the same. No thanks. Yeah. So they approach you guys, and the leader turns to you or he approaches you. He's obviously, he's wearing maybe a police commissioner's uniform or something like that. Again, the KDF is not a military force. Okay. Mm-hmm. And he says, "Who's in charge here?" Okay, so he reaches out to shake your hand, your metallic hand.
No, that's her left. She's right-handed.
Oh, is she? Okay, fair enough. She reaches out to shake your hand. He says, "I'm Commander Geiger. I'm the district commander for this area. Sure is good to see you." Now, again, his Anglic is pretty good, but he obviously has some other languages mixed in there. You would guess, so the main languages on this planet are Mandanese, Anglic, and Germanic, right?
I speak Germanic as well.
Yeah, so you hear like sort of the overtones of maybe a little bit of Germanic, but it's like the syllables are clipped, right? Yeah, he's sure is good to see you.
If only you knew.
Yeah.
They don't want to know. The
world's basically been turned upside down. Whatever this virus was, it swept away our defenses. Like they were as vulnerable to it as everything else was. Now that said, my lieutenant briefed you with what our challenge is.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, yeah, the need is not desperate yet, but it will be shortly. Mm-hmm. And in fairness, if a Kusari native begins losing or doesn't get regular treatments, the degeneration is fairly rapid, even if they're taken off world.
Okay.
It's a genetic deformity caused by the planet. It's
so you need to do them if they leave. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. My lieutenant told me that you would take trade in parts and materials.
Supplies,
Yes.
yeah.
All right.
We also have business here. We need to attend to.
He kind of grimaces. He says, "This is critical to us. You'll have what you want."
Understood.
Normally, I would offer you credits So I don't even really know how to
We heard.
put value here.
That is the beauty of barter. It's whatever value that each person feels.
Well, you'll forgive me, but Kusari hasn't had to barter probably in the last 500 years.
Neither have most people.
It's going to make some transactions interesting.
Let me introduce you. This is Captain Hanto Yager. He's one of our medical officers. He'll tell you exactly what you need, and if you'll permit, he'll travel with you to make sure that you get the right
We appreciate his expertise.
Yes.
Excellent. I was informed that you might have someone who could use his care.
Right this way.
All right. So
It's not terribly ambulatory right now.
all right.
We'll move him to the mid bay from where he's been sitting on the sensors. And
Yeah, exactly. Drag the blood stain away. Yeah. Okay.
no, I think
Well, he's got 2 wounds left. We did
Dr.
heal 2.
Hanto Yager is Tev's character.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So
Yeah.
we all got that?
Rejected.
Ding next. Oh man.
Does he go by captain or doctor?
Doctor. But of course this guy's in the military, right? Or paramilitary. So he seems to be so we can have some fun with Tev here.
oh no.
It's like,
Yes, we can.
What an interesting ship. Did you now when you bought the ship? Did you how did you? Yeah. And we could. No, wait. There's
No.
another. Perhaps.
You have 30 seconds to pick a bunk. Go.
Oh, but so many choices. And
So for
suffers
the
an
viewers at
aneurysm
home,
and dies.
Tev likes to make decisions after about half an hour.
Yes. Yeah. The Tev decision making
Are well
process.
informed.
Was that? Oh,
It's
they're
well
very
informed.
well informed. Anyhow, you'll meet Tev, and when you do, you'll understand. Okay, so so he goes inside. If you escort him up, he'll go to the med bay where he immediately sets up his medical equipment.
Oh.
And
Feel free to have use of the droid. It is operational.
an older model. Interesting. Where did you get that from?
Don't ask.
You know, I don't mind this model. I worked with these when I was going to med school, but even then, they're probably like 20 years old. The newer models actually come with a variety of new attacks.
Don't even get started.
Would it be an older model though? Because we got it off of the...
We got it off of a derelict. It would be an older model. It would be.
It
from
may have been
previous-
state of the art in
previous
its
war.
time, but it had been sitting in space for an unknown chunk of time, I think.
Yeah.
This is yet another piece of equipment they stole from somebody else's ship.
Hey, that ship wasn't
Salvage.
totally derelict. It was,
Finders,
it was
keepers.
perfectly fine salvage.
When you walked into the ship, did the medical droid belong to you?
No.
Did you pay somebody for
I
it?
think we were exercising salvage rights.
We were
at that
exercising
point.
salvage rights at that
Oh, did
point.
you actually lay a claim to it and register the salvage with the appropriate body?
No.
Uh-huh. And when the patrol ship showed up, did you just say, "Oh, hey, this is our salvage"?
It wasn't a patrol ship.
Well, I know, but yeah.
If it was a patrol ship, we may very well have.
Was it like a dark energy
Actually,
weapon?
technically, we were working as contractors at that point. The group that we were with could have actually had a claim on
The
on
group
it.
you were working for were pirates.
Yes, so...
All I know is I wish it still existed, so we go back and get another arm. So
Good old pirate legal department.
Unfortunately, we can't. 'cause it
finders
moved.
keepers.
Yeah, I have to go back to Caprice for your arm.
Yeah,
It does have a tracking device on it
that's true.
We just need to...
One day, someday.
instead of that 47 special. Okay.
Haven't I upgraded from that yet?
Nope.
No,
I
no.
did.
We haven't had a chance yet.
Or money.
Damn.
Or money.
Okay.
Oh no, I don't.
Okay.
Maybe we can work something out with Kusari. We're
Or
on
just
a
start
mission
killing-
of high importance.
We just start killing random
No.
cybernetic people.
Okay. So Geiger, after Yager goes inside, who takes him inside? By the way.
I'll take him inside.
Okay. After he goes.
Because I'm actually the one that points I'll point out.
1-800 pirate legal.
After what's that? 1-800.
Who made that comment?
That's from Dream of the Guy.
Oh, that would be from Mark, yeah.
Okay. So after he goes inside, Geiger says to you, so what brought you to Kusari? Why are you here?
We have to pass on fallen crew member his last wishes. Bring stuff here.
Your crew member was from Kusari?
Nope. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Owen was from Kusari.
Yes.
Dread. Whatever. Never did like that name, but
What, Dread?
no, Owen.
Yeah, well. So just so you're aware, one thing that's really cool is one day last year we bought cups with all of the characters' names on them for all their call signs. The problem is that now of the 8 cups, only 3 of them are still relative because everybody else is dead.
No, 5.
Well, Falk's alive.
Oh, Falk's alive.
And
so...
what's her nuts? Rika, whatever.
Oh,
her
Glamour.
Glamour.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess 5 then are still...
The problem is he made the logos only on one side. So, for those of us who drink left-handed, you don't get to see Nitro. So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you? If I drink left-handed, I see him.
You see it, but
Yes.
you don't.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, yeah.
Yes.
And I have the tendency of not drinking warm beverages, so
But here's the
usually
deal.
don't-
If
But we
you-
got
if you-
totally awesome mugs out of it.
We did.
That's right. And if you really want a double-sided ones, I have a suggestion.
Get my own.
Hey, there it is.
Okay,
Whoa.
then it's going to be significant.
That's a psychic power.
suggestion.
Power of suggestion.
Okay.
Be significantly larger.
All right. So you are headed to. So you tell him. So where would that be? Do you still plan to do that before you depart?
If we can. Kyushu. How's the state of there?
Kyushu. Whereabouts in Kyushu? Do you know? So he takes out a data pad and sort of unfolds it. It sort of synthesizes into like a display, and then he asks you for the address.
And I'm assuming we have the address on.
You do, yeah. Well, you have it. Like all things, it has a global or a planetary positioning system. Address. Okay, so you get it. That correlates with an address on the street. And he looks at it. Not the best area of town. It looks like sort of a neutral area in town. Nothing of value there. So we haven't had to push anybody out of that area. Meanwhile, we're not really patrolling it either. I would suggest that if you're going to go, that you take your weapons with you.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
No.
I can arrange transport to the edge of the city, but part of Kyushu is under control of some of the renegade groups. Their air defense systems are still online.
All right. Gotta do this for our
Crewmate.
brother.
Okay. Who is this woman?
Fiance, I believe.
His fiance. Does she know that he's passed?
No.
It's happened recently.
I hate delivering this kind of news, which has been very common these last few months. It's urgent that we get you off planet as soon as possible. I'll do everything in my power to facilitate what you need.
Appreciate it.
Okay, so your ship is now flyable.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have a couple choices here. He seems to be willing to taxi you to basically the edge of the no-fly zone in one of the KDF vehicles. Or theoretically, you could take the starship and do it yourself.
I guess I'll take the little one, eh? Be
It's up to you guys.
smallishing. Now I have Kusari State Police in my original notes. Did you change the name?
We may have. I don't know.
KSP. No, I don't. They should be the KDF. That's
Okay.
that's what I have written on my
Okay.
on the actual planet. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. So basically, the local defense force.
Yep.
Okay.
Based off of the JDF.
Defense force. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much.
May as well take the smaller
But
things.
the JDF is actually an army.
Yeah, I know.
Right. Yeah. So.
Yeah. May as well take the small things. Except we kind of want to do your uncle's thing too, don't we?
That'll be. We can.
We're on the way
When we come back.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
All right.
So remember, my uncle's thing is up there.
Yeah.
Didn't we need to come here for some reason first?
No, this was just a stop.
Well, that's what Ramage was a stop. Because people like us couldn't get to Kusari.
Yeah, this was for Dread, was why we came to Kusari in the first place.
Yeah. Well, he wanted to come for his woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you came to visit the asteroid belt in Bowman. You did your down on Ramage. They offered to pay you to help them disable the orbital defense pods, right?
Mm-hmm. Because we haven't really received payment for.
You
Partial.
did for Ramage, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, remember that by the time you got
up there,
by the time you got back to the ship, the
Captain
Loki Embleton, who
Yeah.
was the assistant starport director, had lost control of the starport.
right? Yeah.
Right, and so you guys did a hurried. He gave you what he could,
Yeah.
and if you recall correctly, there was a time crunch to get it loaded.
Like
Yeah.
support
Right.
materials, 60 days. Consumer electronics, 3 tons.
Yeah.
Spare
Right.
parts and... Yep.
Yeah,
And we managed to get 2 out of 3 out of the consumer electronics.
Yes.
yeah. But then people started showing up and saying, "Oh, look, a ship! Let's get it."
Yeah.
And you're like, "Oh, I guess it's time to go."
But we knew that Dredd wanted to come here before he died.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
Mentioned in passing.
his desire was that if you were going to Urail, which is the protostar, that he
We-
would like to visit Kusari.
Sorry. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't tell us why. He said.
And I was trying to make it happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so now it's obvious that he was coming to visit.
No, because remember our original intent was to come here before everything went to.
Yeah. It was our next stop anyway.
before you broke everything. Just say it.
Okay, before we broke everything.
Before we destroyed the world,
Yes.
universe,
Yeah.
system,
Cluster.
all of it.
Yeah.
Sorry. Not sorry.
All those people. I'm going to try to make you feel guilty for the rest of the game. Right?
Oh, we know.
I don't think Judah has that switch.
Oh, you wait.
Well, this is Kusari's bad. I don't want to even think about what's going on in
Well, it's like we
Liberty,
technically should be feeling bad
Gonghae.
about Crane and all that. And it's like, yeah, I don't think she has that switch.
So you're a sociopath.
Most of us are.
Surprised?
No. Strangely and sadly, no.
Not for Judah.
Yeah.
She uses if it
Oh, we're
doesn't-
talking about Judah here. Right. Yes. Yeah, right.
Oh.
Crane doesn't have that button either.
I don't know. Right.
Judah's a hedonist. If it doesn't feel good, she doesn't think about it.
All right. So you are then... Okay, so I'm sorry. Let's get back to it. Or do you want to fly there with the Kusari
The
forces?
Kusari
Or do you
forces.
want to take this... Okay, fair enough.
As long as they can, hopefully they can maintain security on
things might
on
go
the
smoother
Merrily
with
until
them. Yeah.
the Merrily tempting face. This is a nice little ship.
Yeah. Well, it's locked down, right?
Yeah.
You require security codes, and on top of that, you'll be leaving Rika and Falk here, right?
And
Rika,
the doctor.
And Rika, if you recall correctly, knows how to fly the ship.
She does.
Worst case scenario, she can come and get you.
And worst
And
case
she's
scenario, Falk can actually activate it. He has the codes.
What's that?
Okay, so he can't pilot.
No, but we have been giving Rika
Oh, he's
lessons.
got ranged combat, so he can man guns.
Yep.
Cool beans.
All right.
We have been giving Rika lessons, so
Yes, she took one level in piloting. Okay. Well, they load you into the G carrier then, and they basically you guys rocket across the sky. You notice that they stay fairly low for conventional flight patterns, probably trying to stay under the radar or off of somebody's scopes.
Yeah.
And you are escorted by 2 of these gun cars. Okay. You notice, by the way, that on the second gun car, both of its missiles have been discharged. Like it's not flying armed, which seems a little bit unusual to you, especially considering the circumstances. Perhaps it denotes that they're running low on ammunition or something along that line. Also, you see scoring from where it's obviously been hit by plasma cannon or something like that, as well as some fragmentation damage. The vehicle you're riding in actually has a hole from obviously some sort of rail weapon, which kind of passes through at an angle,
Jeez.
and they're both patched. Right?
Sitting there,
how
sitting in
well?
the seat and going.
Oh, no, they've been repaired.
okay.
Yeah, there's a big blood stain, like sort of right there. So you're like,
Let's
"Ooh,
just not use that seat.
he didn't make it."
No.
Okay. Yeah, so that said, they fly you. Now, there are... The planet is not very big, and 30 million people live here, okay? It used to be. There used to be a whole lot more people here. Like the population according to your IRS in the computer is 110 million.
That probably included the 10
yes.
however much we're on the high court.
Included a lot of different things, but so a lot of people have perished or right now in the process of perishing. Okay.
It's always the issue that we may.
What that means though is that with the 30% land coverage, a lot of it is just covered with city. Right? These cities are sort of built in tiers up the side of these very steep mountains. So you have like these great verandas, etc. As you pass by some of the smaller ones, you notice that many of them are damaged. They look like they've been partially scavenged. It looks like people are doing whatever is possible to actually maintain life. There is fish and reptiles in the ocean, so you do also see a lot of what appear to be makeshift watercraft out
fishing,
farming the oceans. Okay. It's a good 1,200 kilometers or so to Kyushu. Okay, it's a long flight. It's around, I guess that would probably be about a tenth of the planet or so, because it's not a very big planet. And you guys, the crew, they do it in relative quiet. Okay, it takes about 3 hours. They are talking back and forth to each other in Mandanese. They're not trying to conceal it from you. So if you speak Mandanese, you hear them.
I speak it.
Yeah, so you hear them sort of talking about
Jude's fast asleep.
Yeah, it's like the squadron. Squadron's lost contact. It's like do we know if it's the virus or do we know if it's have they reached fire? Last signal was this. Like they're obviously trying to maintain some sort of organization. And at the same time taxing you guys across the surface of this planet. Okay. They eventually they come to a large chain of islands, of which 90% are covered with buildings and structures. And they circle slowly. You can hear the two pilots up front going, so what do we know? And it's like, I'm getting active radar from whatever. You translate this to the rest of the crew because they're speaking in Mandanese. So eventually the commander interprets all that information and he says, we can set you down about 10 kilometers from the area. So it's quite loud, like the wind's kind of moving through the vehicle. We can set you down around 10 kilometers from the area, but that's about as close as we can get without coming under fire from ground or risking ground fire.
Okay. Do you have a comm channel so that we can contact you when we need a pickup?
Let me give you a transponder. You can activate it when you're ready for pickup.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Listen, the rule of law is basically gone here. Okay, we're doing our best to get the renegades off the planet so we can actually try to maintain or restore some order. I can't guarantee what you're going to find down there.
Weapons free, then, in other words?
KDF is not operating in this area.
Okay. Have fun.
Right.
Sounds good. to you two, anyhow.
Party on, Wayne.
What's that?
You have a gun.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right, so
I've got several on me.
The vehicle sort of cruises over a less populated area. You can see that this area, there are several sort of smoking fires that you kind of cruise through. The air of the jets kind of pushes it aside as you actually touch down. From here, you jump out, or the doors open. Their troopers kind of hold their guns out, looking in all directions. You can see the signs, in Anglican Mandanese, sort of in all directions, with district signs. This place obviously grows relatively organically. Okay, it looks confused in an organized way. Does that make any sense at all? Does it?
To a certain extent. Have you tried to driving in Victoria or a few of the other places?
Yeah. Okay.
Enough point.
Yeah. So it also appears that there doesn't appear to be a ton of ground vehicles here. There is a lot of mass transit. Even from here, you can see like a monorail with a stalled car above you. Just sort of hanging there, not moving, right? It would appear that part of this island, like this part of the island, doesn't seem to have any power. And as the vehicle kind of alights, you can see people sort of scrabbling away into the distance, right? The three of you hop out, okay, and you do a comm check with Falk. And he's like, yeah, everything's A-okay.
And you put Rika on.
Yeah, poor Recon. You seem like you've had
Have a nap.
It's like, this is really good. You're super bendy.
Yeah,
I
Recon,
didn't know
please.
purple came in that shade of mauve. What?
Yeah.
We're not even. This is voice comm. There's
Yeah.
no. There's.
The
there's
last
no
thing he
cell
says
presence.
before he signs out and Rika picks up the call is, does anybody else smell that fuchsia?
What is he on?
Somebody made
It's
better.
pretty good. No, give me that. Okay, off you go now.
No, put that down. Put that down. Okay.
All right. Now, Rika doesn't really have a lot of electronics training, right? You've only given her the basics, okay? So she's not going to be able to do things like encrypt your channels or do anything like that.
And we're too far out for our encryptor anyhow.
Yeah. So he's that's one thing I forgot to write in there. On your features is encrypted communications.
Yes.
Comm encryptor. So she says, "Yeah, I'm here whenever you guys need me. You're going to need to give me specific coordinates if you want to make me find them. If you want me to find them.
I'll walk you through it. It's all good.
All right. I'm going to leave the ship fired up if that's okay.
Yeah. It'll. You can keep it in basic. She'll be ready to go.
Neutral. All right. She sounds now.
So
She's
this
actually
stick
flown
is
the
a
ship to get you
little
before,
floppy.
right? But she's she has a strange guy on the boat, right? And Falk is pretty much unconscious. Marvin's gone. Dred's gone. Right.
Yeah,
it's really been the
she's
first time
nervous.
she's been. Yeah. Right.
She's nervous. Because this last time happened, she got kidnapped.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Oh, that was a good scene. Okay. So you guys find yourselves.
Actually, no, she wandered off on her own. Or
Yeah, she was shopping.
Doesn't
She was
matter.
shopping.
Do you know who you're messing with?
Yeah.
I think they know now.
So you find yourselves basically in this deserted district. Okay, neon signs hang unlit. Nighttime is
Haven't
coming.
had enough time yet. I don't think.
You recovered fatigue.
What's that?
Oh, this was the mine point. So
Not yet. No,
Not yet.
you actually have to get out of it. You actually have to stop. Right. So it's
You
not.
said that we've rested and stopped long enough for him to even recover fatigue.
Yeah, but you're still in scene.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
you actually have to be out of all danger. You had Kusari defense forces surrounding you.
which is great, but it's not 100%. My stress is still there. Will be
Yeah.
until we're probably off this god awful planet.
Yes. So that said,
Spacers.
what's that?
Spacers.
You guys find yourselves, so you, like I said, neon lights, but they're all out, right? You think probably at nighttime with the power on, this place is probably crazy bright and
Close is
super
really
busy.
tempted to break all the tubes.
Okay.
No.
Shattered windows. It looks like every shop here that had anything of value has been looted.
Of course.
Okay.
Let's make our way towards our location.
Don't look, Kyle.
Hearts is
Kyle.
good.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean it's gonna be good.
All right. Yeah. So you have your inertial locator, and you have the location where it is. It seems to be so. This again, all of these are built on a hill, right?
Yeah.
So you're down along the beach. Okay, some of the lower areas. It would appear that rather than going up the hill, you're actually going to be following the beach almost laterally.
Okay.
You have about a kilometer of land before it sort of starts rising up. And again, these hills are covered. They're covered majestically with all of these buildings. Okay. And you can't help but notice everywhere advertising for all of the megacorps. Turgana's here. There's even some old Hyperion signage.
Surprised they haven't taken those down yet.
Cipriani, like all of the big firms are here, as well as all of the banks. And,
Good thing that Crane's not here, otherwise he'd be defacing Cipriani's sign.
yeah, probably, yeah.
Or at least bitching the entire 10K.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If I had a Cipriani, which, in fairness, is not as good as. Am I wrong?
No, you're bang on.
Okay. So you find yourselves, so you're on the ground. What do you do?
Weapons out. Let's trot.
Yep.
Okay. Now, are you guys just walking down the street? Are you...
Yeah. Okay, here's the thing. Any
you?
abandoned vehicles nearby?
Yes. The vehicle, the street is... Kusari has always had a very efficient public transit system
Okay.
because of their lack of space.
Right.
Okay. Meaning that you in another city like on Cassadine or on Liberty, you might expect to see just dozens and dozens of vehicles, but in Kusari they focus on public transit. So are there vehicles? Yes. Most of them tend to be quite small. The other thing too is because space is at a premium here, there are no wide boulevards. Well,
Okay.
my apologies. There's like one wide boulevard per city kind of idea. Everything else are these narrow tracks that, in some places would be considered one lane, in some places would be considered walking paths. Okay? Here, they're two-way.
Shall we see if we
If
can't?
it fits, it sits.
Yep. Shall we see if we can't find some
I'll take a
transport?
bus. I'll hotwire a bus.
All
Let's
right.
go.
Okay, so you guys you're going to spend some time looking for a
If we
vehicle?
notice something as we're walking by.
Okay, so the key here is, are there vehicles on the street? Absolutely. Are they deserted? Absolutely. Can they run? That's a different story. And so that will actually take you time to go and check to make sure is the
check
vehicle.
if we've got any viable transportation.
So when you say if we notice it, right?
So let's see if we can't get some actual transportation.
All right. So this will be observation, I think.
And
So what we do is whoever's got the best observation rolls for the party if you're all involved in it. If, for example, somebody is standing guard or something like that, then that person wouldn't roll. They would roll instead if the encounter occurs and there's something to actually notice coming at you. Does that make sense?
Okay, you got me beat. How you doing?
So I guess
what's my observation
And
roll?
wits.
It's a total of 4.
That's you.
So the first couple questions are who's looking for the vehicle and who's helping him? Anybody?
I'll help, I guess.
Or
Since
is
I'm the one who
anybody
would be...
standing watch?
I will stand watch.
Okay.
So yes, I'll help since I'll be the one who's also hot wiring it.
no, I can hotwire it too.
Yeah, you both have the ability to
Yeah.
hotwire it.
Okay, so
What's he get for me helping? Just one?
What is your observe?
Just one.
Just one, so 1 dice.
So 1 to 2 is just 1 dice.
Yes.
okay,
So
so 5 for wits, 2 for my skill and observation, 1 for
the
her
help.
help,
Yep.
and no tool bonus.
No, you don't have cyber eyes or anything
No.
like that? No. Okay.
Now Crane on the other.
So the question is, would you pull those eyes out of him?
Ouch.
Probably not, since we actually supposedly care about him.
So those are your skill dice, right? So those can be re-rolled, so those are basically junk dice.
Yeah. Why the hell not?
I don't know, you tell me why not.
That actually don't feel like walking. There
Well,
we
that's a little
go.
better.
And no ones. Look at that.
So 3 altogether?
3 altogether.
Let's draw some cards for what you find, shall we?
I'm gonna start walking everywhere, a little coking with this adventure. They walked. Tom Bombadil showed up.
Man, I hate that Tom Bombadil guy. Everywhere you
That's
go,
why they
there
dropped
he
him
is.
out of the movie.
He was supposed to be played by Tom Baker.
Oh, that would have been interesting. He would probably have done quite well with that character.
It's been so long since I read the books and I'm playing the Lego game. It's like, who is this character?
It's Tom Baker!
Doctor, what?
Yeah. I was like, Tom Baker's still alive? But yeah, apparently he wasn't. Okay,
Is it chrome? Does it have spikes?
Is it purple with a lift kit?
No. What you do find is, so there are lots of vehicles here. Several of them, like, it's not like they've broken down, but it looks like a lot of them have been driven out of fuel, right? And so you stop, and you finally checking, like you're getting to the point where it's like, I don't know if any of these are going to actually have fuel in them. And you actually find a service truck. So this is a City of Kyushu service truck. Basically a repair vehicle for technicians. This is how small this vehicle is, okay? It's got a little tiny cab in the front that fits 2 people, and when you sit there, you touch shoulders, okay? And 2 more people can sit in the back on jump seats that fold down.
Ooh.
It's a K car. It's a Japanese K car.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
But at least
660
there's jump
cc.
seats.
Right?
I was thinking you'd have to like hang out the door.
It
so.
weighs less than a metric ton. Okay. And it has like cases on the side for where tools once were, but apparently have been scavenged from the vehicle itself. However, the vehicle itself appears to have a charge. Like many city vehicles, however, it has a coded security system, which has locked it. Now, problem, of course.
Which Gomeshi does it belong to?
Oh, God, yeah.
What's that?
Which Gomeshi does it belong to?
Yeah.
Oh, we won't be doing. Hopefully, there's no Gomeshis on this planet, but you never know.
It's not going to be a Gomeshi, damn it. Yeah, poor Richinger. He's finally retired to Kusari in hopes of finding some. All right. Okay.
Sorry for the inside joke, people. It's awesome.
Yeah.
So what happens is, so the vehicle itself seems to be locked. Now it was probably key to the city's maintenance system, which of course was wiped. Right? So you're going to need a technician's role to actually hijack it.
Okay.
Shall I hijack it for you?
I have a +1 to bypass. That probably counts.
Or
this.
you can take.
Sorry, again?
I have a
help you.
+1 to bypass. That probably counts.
It does, yep.
Yeah. But you probably roll higher. You roll more dice than I do.
Okay, so here's the difference between your dice and his dice.
Yeah.
If you have an actual ability that gives you bypass,
Wow, you're that nice.
the difficulty is easier,
Ah, okay.
right?
He totally kicks my ass for being able to technology roll.
Yeah. Well,
He's got a lot of dice
when you
there,
compare
yeah.
piloting.
It's not that much. It's just one more dice for me. Oh, and then the 2 for the skill. Yeah,
Yeah.
so.
That's my piloting.
Okay, so
It's because you've also got the 5 in wits, right?
Oh, it's the 5 and wits that
Makes a big
makes it
Yeah.
makes a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay, so you're gonna get into this vehicle.
Sure.
Okay, do it.
Can he help me and his bypass take effect, or does he actually have to do it for the bypass to take effect?
He has to do it for the bypass to take effect. So you can help him with 2 dice bonus, or you can do it.
That would bring me up to 7 dice.
I'm only doing 8.
Then,
I'll help him.
But your difficulty is easier,
okay.
right?
I'll help him.
Okay, so go ahead, do it.
I guess I will stand watch while...
Wits, and then... Skills?
Yes. Now, do
And
you have a
then-
bypass kit?
He does.
And then
Yeah,
2
so
more
one
for
the
Kyle.
bypass kit.
2 more
For the
skills.
bypass kit?
Yeah, 1 for the bypass kit and 2 more
Yellow.
yellows for Kyle.
Sweet. Oh, yeah.
I'll be basically talking you through it.
All right.
It's like, no, you don't want to put that there. Put that. Oh, it's like, listen, I know what I'm doing.
You have to get a lot of... It takes a while to get the entropy into the dice at this game.
Well, 2 successes at least. 3.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So you easily disable the vehicle's security system. It doesn't really even put up much of a struggle. It's kind of like, I'm here to bypass you.
Scratch my
We're good.
belly while you're at it.
Hey, I'm actually going to be able to run again? Yes, fine.
Okay.
A purpose to exist again.
Okay. Can you make an observation, please?
Gotta know my colors, right? No successes.
Okay. You good with that?
Yes.
All right. Okay. So you guys hop into the back of this vehicle. As you turn it on, it has a whisper mode alcohol engine, right? So this thing kind of sounds like, right? And it doesn't rev faster, right? It produces a certain amount of power, which is applied to the electric motors on the wheels, right? And so when you press the pedal to the ground, it's like.
It's very unsatisfying. Is what
Yeah,
you're saying.
it's a totally unsatisfying vehicle.
For you.
Drive in this game.
It's kind of like
so.
a Ford Transit.
What's that?
I don't drive in this game.
It's a pilot.
Still pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's any moving vehicle.
Awesome.
Okay. Yeah, so you are... Wait, is that true? Actually, it might be move.
Well, that we need to change some things for all of her driving.
I don't have...
There is no
on
move.
my
Oh, dexterity. Sorry.
Dexterity. Oh.
Oh, I've got that. Yeah.
We need to change something because I don't got that skill. It's like, yeah, no one does. Okay, 1 second here.
I purely drive by force.
As we've said before, this is the first game with this system, so we are going to be delving into the books every so often.
Yeah.
Constantly.
We'll have it be about two
or three sessions.
2 or 3 sessions before we figure it out. Considering this is what 6th system for this.
No, okay.
Let me break out the folder.
Yeah, no.
Gonna switch.
We're gonna get killed if we keep on up.
And then you die.
I'm going to roll 18 dice, and for everyone that comes up with a dot, death.
You guys can spread them around as you see fit.
All of the death, all of the time.
Okay.
Anything more from Tab or
No,
It's been ratified.
I've been hearing about this for a while.
It's a big deal, though.
Mm-hmm. Well, I have another friend that works at Harmac too. So
My brother-in-law's
it sounds
part of
complicated from a distance.
what's that?
It sounds a little complicated from a distance because like they're supporting a union that is on strike.
Oh yeah, the
So
US,
That's my brother-in-law.
Yeah.
the
so-
USAW.
Yeah, so like I don't know.
How do you...
Roll pilot when you operate any vehicle. Hover bikes, ground loaders, grav ships, and space vehicles.
So does pilot.
So what's dexterity for?
Dexterity is any kind of movement. Dodge. It's also dodging in
Like-
combat.
It dodge,
Climb that mountain,
climbs.
jump that gap,
Yes.
Yeah, you definitely need to
All
get
right.
rid of the
Okay.
gray.
Let's roll your pilot.
impress the NPCs with your breakdancing skills.
Gross.
All right. Yeah. So you guys get in the vehicle. You press the pedal down. Now, okay. To drive a vehicle, not like just normally, there's no roll required. So there's a reason I made your roll. Okay. What was that you just rolled, by the way? Is that your piloting?
Mm-hmm. Because it's not a class 3 ship, right?
Right. But you still have 3 in piloting.
Oh. Another wait. Wait. Don't add that up.
So our table rule is that if you roll the wrong dice, you re-roll everything.
It's still nothing because Karina cannot roll dice.
Wow. You suck, Karina.
It's this.
All right. So the reason
2d20 is my system.
So the I'm sure you suck at that game too.
No.
No? You roll well in D20?
I almost never get complications compared to everyone else.
Oh, the
it's good at
2d20.
rolling yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I guess that's right in your sweet spot.
That
I
is
roll
my
terribly.
system.
Yes.
6s and 7s forever.
Because it's such an opposite system to everything else.
Okay. Yeah. So the reason that I had you roll was because as you are
horrible.
as you are driving away. So who's in the cab with you?
I'll be in the cab. Actually, no. You can be.
He jumped it.
So
yeah.
Yeah. I'll be in the back on the jump
You're
seat.
squished in the back.
So yeah. So you're.
Actually, there's more space back here than you think because there's not two people back there.
So you pull yourself into the jump seat.
Yep.
Is Spivey long and lanky like you are?
What's that? Yes, he is actually.
That's how I
He's,
It's
he's
like-
a spacer, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna be long and lanky. It's
Yeah.
just-
Okay, so you throw yourself into the jump seat. As you do,
it's these.
you are not more than 10 meters from the guy with the hatchet coming at you from the cars.
Oh, lovely.
Okay? So,
Chasing after us?
oh yeah.
So
yeah.
after you.
So you throw yourself into the seat. Okay, let's guys. Okay, and through your
guy.
communicator, you're like, let's go.
Let's go.
Right? And so you floor the vehicle and it's like yeah.
I guess I can take a shot at him if he's.
All right. So what we're going to do here is we're actually going to roll some dice for initiative.
Okay, so what do
There's
I roll?
initiative in this game.
There is
What do I roll for initiative then?
Short of you having darkness
to
jump
change
ahead.
the initiative.
Okay.
Which he doesn't have at the
You can
moment.
also use
Oh, no,
your
he does have one.
you can use your willpower stress
Okay.
to do
do the
same.
same.
So what
Use
is
your willpower to
initiative?
overcome darkness.
What's that?
Use your-
Initiative is a die 6, and in this game now I'll be honest with you. Of all the systems in this game, the initiative system I'm not really a huge fan of. And the reason for that is because what you do is you roll a die 6. And Jim, so the scores turn order where the highest goes before the lowest. In case of a tie, let chance decide, roll another die, no modifiers. When all participants in the fight have acted, turn is over, another round begins. Only made so initiative stays the same.
Yeah.
Okay. So you roll a d6 and it's kind of just random who goes first, right? Like there's no
Very D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I like it. Doesn't matter what your agility is. It doesn't matter. You know,
You could add the
right.
modifier if you wanted.
I could. I'm just.
I would almost say it's with observation, paying attention.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of ways it could be better, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but that said, the only modifier to that is combat veteran, which you got, which allows you to roll 2 dice and take the better.
Ooh, nice.
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 Right. A surprise attack, which is an attack, for example, when somebody jumps out from nowhere,
Yeah.
Like out of
gets
acid.
+2 to the initiative roll, but only for the first round of the fight.
Yeah.
So what occurs is I'll get +2, but then it'll go to the regular initiative round.
Right.
So you
Okay.
gotta keep track of this.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll my guy's initiative first.
Okay.
+2.
Oh.
So that'll be 3.
So since he's attacking me, I guess I roll. I don't know if
You probably don't need to. Well, yeah, sure, you can roll. You can both roll.
5.
4.
2.
2.
Well, I'm using my gyro jet, so it's initiative +1.
Right, okay. No, after you put your pistol in your hand, it goes up.
Oh, after. Okay.
Correct.
Wait, what?
So, okay, so Spivey. So what happens is this number is modified by situational things. If you're wounded, your initiative goes down. It doesn't change where you are. But say, for example, Spivey has a 3 and my guy has a 3. Right, Spivey's going first because he rolled off and he got put into the initiative order. Spivey gets wounded, his initiative drops to 2.
Okay.
Right? It actually drops it. Spivey takes out his gyrojet pistol, which is faster than that guy's rifle. His goes up. He'll act first for sure. Right, vice versa. He takes out a pistol. He
The
takes
guy's
out a
already
rifle.
holding a hatchet
Right.
for him to go for his
Yeah.
gun. Ah, interesting.
It's very situational.
That's kind of neat. I kind of like
It's
that.
neat, but it's also. I wish there was a better base.
Yeah. Anyhow,
The randomness of the D6
so Spivey
is
is
1.
1.
4.
Judah is 4. And Beggs.
5.
I like that we're just like the UFC. Guys are last name, chicks are the first name.
Oh, yeah. Just realized what I did there.
We always call
Whoops.
her Judah, though. We never call her Sonnet.
No, not ever.
But that's...
Yeah, weird.
Well, sometimes it's been Sonnet, but that's half the
just
time you haven't
awkward.
responded to it.
It's
Okay, so
awkward.
Beggs.
Military didn't fit for you.
Yeah,
It didn't fit at all.
no.
Did you not catch that?
This uniform does nothing for me. Just saying.
Where is my scarf?
Yeah. All right. So you
I think
are
that's
driving
the
away.
start issue.
All in my
Okay,
scarf.
so you're driving away. Okay, you because it takes you a little while to sort of get the hang of the vehicle, hence your piloting role. You are a little bit slow in getting away. Okay, which allows this fella out of nowhere to attempt to rob you for your whatever equipment you have. So we're going to start with Beggs. So Beggs, you hear a yelp from behind you. At this point, you don't really know what's going on. If you want to, I'm going to need an observation check from you.
Okay.
Do it.
So an observation check, by the way, in this game, if you recall, you have 3 actions, right? Everybody remember that?
No.
Okay, so you get 3 actions. Some are fast actions, which only take 1 of those actions. Some are regular actions, which take 2, and then some are slow actions, which take 3.
Okay, so we got 3 wits and 1 observation.
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
Not a thing.
I'm actually going to give you roll 1 more dice. 1 more. I should have. It's an easy roll because the guy's yelling and charging.
Right. Yes.
So
And he's
What
going,
am I
what the?
observing?
What the?
yeah, so you're alerted. Okay, so 1 success.
1 success.
All right. So you kind of check in your mirror and you see this guy sort of, looming out of the cars,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's your You have one. That was one action of 3. What do you want to do?
I think
You have no pistol in your hand. Like your hands are empty.
I think I'm probably. I assume my splinter gun's on a sling, so
It is
I'm gonna
okay.
out the window.
So to
Are we
ready,
left-hand drive or right-hand drive on this planet? Ooh. Right-hand drive.
What is
left-hand
it?
drive.
Think so?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I was actually see. My thought wasn't actually going left or right-hand drive. My thought was actually maybe they're actually tandem.
Well, I was thinking like, yeah, right in the middle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they're trying to be really narrow.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so-
And like
So yeah, so I'm
Asian
gonna say,
countries, there's such narrow little vehicles,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
so this is well in Kusari where the roads are really windy, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna say it's actually a single there's a kind of like a fat ass where these 2 tiny little jump seats are like so small that if you were like 10 ounces overweight or like me, you would never be able to get out of them.
Which means me.
Thank God you're long and skinny. Your legs, your heels.
Yeah,
are
your
dragging
heels
on
are
the-
dragging, but
Yeah.
whatever. It's like, why isn't this
So this is
vehicle
almost
going?
like a tuk-tuk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want it's a tuk tuk.
Yeah.
Except quieter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not just running some two-stroke.
Yeah. So just so you're aware, unlimbering your weapon, though, if
Yeah.
you do not have quick draw,
Mm-hmm.
is a standard action. Quick draw reduces it to a fast action.
Okay.
So I think that's probably... Do you wish to unlimber your splinter gun?
Yeah.
Okay. So fair enough. You basically bring it up off the sling. That will be the end of your turn.
Okay.
Okay. Judah, on 4. Okay. What's that?
You're trying to get the car. Have you ever seen people driving cars and like low on gas? Like, go, come on, you can do it, you can do it.
Governor.
Yeah.
Although I feel like, given my character's history and where I'm riding, I'd probably just be like
Oh, okay.
riding loaded, I'd think.
Well,
Basically, like getting. I mean, we're in dangerous territory to some degree. I'd probably be on.
See, now you should argue that with me before I was done.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah.
So your splinter gun would be what you'd normally carry?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shotgun, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it might be a little short for this, but it's kind of tight, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think it makes
For urban
sense.
warfare.
All right. Yeah. So sure. Yeah, I'll give it to you. What the heck?
Okay. Yeah. Well, in which case, he's coming at us yelling with the hatchet. I'm gonna try and shoot at him.
All right. So you lean out and
Yeah.
okay. So that will be agility plus your range combat plus the bonus of your weapon. There are no hit locations in this game, by the
Oh,
way.
Yay!
No
You know,
more,
like
no more
location?
hitting people on the right arm constantly.
That's pretty humorous, actually.
It is funny.
All right,
It's
I think
like, I
that's my-
can't kill you from shooting in you
That's
now.
my
all
dice
the time.
pool.
That sounds good to me.
Think bonus 2. Da, 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 da.
Hey, crappy gun.
Ooh.
What's
that?
that?
One hit?
Yeah, one hit. Yeah. I have ignore one fail in combat.
Yes, you do.
So that means like ignoring.
So if you...
Well, you'd already ignore that because that's your skill roll.
Right. Okay.
but
And so
if
the rest of
you-
these I could reroll.
But if you
Yes.
pushed and
Yeah.
re-rolled, you could then ignore
I think I
them.
will do that,
Okay.
and that gives me the whole.
Yep. That's a powerful ability to
Yeah.
ignore one fail.
Especially like this, where you get none on your first.
Like you can ignore that.
Okay, so you get to ignore one, and then the skill doesn't affect
Skill
you.
doesn't count yet.
Okay.
Yeah, so it no hurt.
So yeah, no penalty to actually doing it.
Whew.
Nice. Okay. All right. So what's the damage on that gun?
2.
2. All right.
I need like all the skills to give me +1 because that's gonna be like the only thing I'm ever going to get.
Okay. So it's a glancing shot. Okay.
Yeah.
Like you kind of
It's
line it
slowing
up.
down.
Yeah. You kind of you line it up. You can see it punch sort of past his chest. It rips open what appears to be. Oh, right. Sorry. He's wearing a heavy coverall, which does give him 1 armor. So I'm actually going to roll this. Oh,
Wow.
Okay, so your weapon normally does 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it's definitely just a glancing blow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it kind of rips open here. You can see sort of the tough cloth of his. Well, you can't really see that. But you see is a bloody side.
Okay.
your gun it kind of lives out gives out kind of a bit of a chuff, right?
Yeah.
It's not really a boom because it's the chemicals aren't explosive necessarily. Like they are explosive, but they're not like gunpowder, right?
Yeah.
As it cycles another round into the clip. Your splinter gun, by the way, unmodified, has a shell capacity of 2.
Okay.
That's what it's about.
And the other thing too is when you're shooting the weapon, it's assumed that you're not just shooting once, right? It's assuming that this is an exchange of gunfire.
Yeah. Okay. Same paradigm.
So you might have shot like a couple of shots off.
Yeah.
Trying to get them. One tears apart like a vehicle, another one hits a fruit stand, and then finally this one sort of glances him, and you're like, "Is this thing broken?" All right. So we move on to him. And he attacks. Okay, so he is not a skilled combatant.
Okay.
So he's got a 3 agility, or 3 brawn, 3 strength, and he's got a 1 for skill, and the axe is also going to give him a 1. So he's going to be rolling 5 dice,
Okay.
and we'll see if the GM skill does what it normally does. So that is a single success. Okay, so
How much? Okay.
how much damage does the hatchet do?
Well, how much that? No, I can't probably dodge because I'm strapped into the bloody seat.
That's right.
So I guess I will be rolling the armor.
Yeah, so the hatchet does 10 points of damage. I'm kidding.
I want a hatchet.
I'm keeping the hatchet.
If the hatchet does 10 points of damage, how much is this overly sized wrench gonna do?
Your gyro rocket has increased capacity.
Correct. Because it's one of the modifiers
Yeah,
we've already done.
I found the gun mods.
Hmm.
You automatic shard PDW. I think is that what we made it automatic? Is that what we did?
Oh, you made it automatic. Nice.
Oh, that's
And then
the
my
person.
Oh, I could burst fire. Well, I don't think we have burst
And
fire
my
rules in this
pistol is
game.
silenced.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my pistol's silenced. Reek has got increased damage. Falk has magazine capacity. We never got around to doing dreads. And Wagner's stun batons, which will be around if you grab them, also had
Increased
capacity. So yes, I found that's part of the getting the book back.
Yeah, we find all of our little
There's,
notes because you take such good notes.
Not that we can read my own printing, but you know.
All
We can
right.
sort it out.
Ooh. Okay. Wow. Yeah, so it's go ahead and
So rating 4 is the amount of dice I roll.
roll 4 dice. This does 2 points of damage, by the way.
Okay.
So. No, but an axe, like a 2-handed axe,
Uh-huh.
is 3 points of damage.
Oh wow.
So that's an axe, right?
Yeah. 1 success.
All right, so you'll take 1 point of damage. So cross off. Here you go. 1 hit point. How many hit points do you have?
7.
All right. Okay. So it's again a glancing blow. Your jacket actually carries some. By the way, if you do not absorb the entire thing and you roll any ones,
You
your
degrade the
is-
armor. Yeah.
Correct. Yes.
I figured as much.
Okay. Okay. So then we move on. Lastly, to Spivey.
Well,
Now you don't have fast draw, do you?
I do not.
Who has fast draw? Ah,
The doctor?
the military doctor.
Military doctor. So, since he hit me with it, I'm assuming he's rather close.
Yeah, he's like right there.
Yeah. Yeah, draw the gyrojet and fire.
All right. Might as well stab him with the gyrojet.
Oh,
No, I mean, yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
It's either that or just kick his knee out.
All right. So you draw your weapon. Okay.
Yeah.
Pistol to draw is a fast action.
Okay.
So that's 1.
Yeah.
Uh,
Standard action to shoot him.
You got it. Do it. So means no penalties. +2 because he's at point blank range.
Is that a skill bonus?
That's a skill bonus. Yes. All bonuses and penalties are all come off of skill.
Okay. So 4 agility, 2 gun combat, 2 bonus.
Okay. And what's the bonus on your pistol?
Oh, and 1 bonus on the pistol.
Nice.
Where'd that one go?
Really, dude?
I gotta re-roll everything, don't I?
Afraid so. You had like 3 6s there.
Yep. This many dice requires this.
Okay.
I don't like using it, but
I know, it's like an amateur's tool, right? Like pro RPGers don't need it.
I don't know. Dice towers are pretty awesome.
They are pretty awesome.
dice towers are actually kind of nice.
I've actually got some easy patterns to make one out of the craft foam.
That is 2. No, I'm gonna two successes.
You're gonna...
I was thinking about pushing, but no.
You sure? How many ones you got? And it's a skill one. Come on now.
That's skill?
That's a skill.
Yeah, more?
You
That
guys
was
all
so easy.
you
We all are. Because we all just want to roll dice at the end of the day. Come on now.
okay? Now watch me get like
Hey, don't look at me, man. I can't roll to save my life in this system so far. 1.
and something breaks on my gun.
1 success, 1 equipment.
Okay, and your gun only has a bonus of 1, right?
Yep,
Alright, so your gun jams.
Jams.
However, what's the critical rating on your gun?
2.
So here's the deal. You have 1 hit and you got 2 bonus points, okay? You
Yep.
can either count this as straight damage, which means your gun will do 2, I think.
Base damage of 2, so those 2 extra points would be put to 4.
4, right?
What's the critical?
Critical means that we roll on the critical table. Okay?
Let's roll on the critical table.
Okay, now.
Okay,
What we do is we do armor first.
right.
Okay? If the armor reduces the damage that you do to 0,
Yeah.
there will be no critical. 1 point has to penetrate for critical to happen.
Okay.
So, still want to go with that?
Yes.
Okay. Good idea, because he has 2 points of armor. He has 1 point of armor. Your gun does 2 points.
Points. Yeah.
So he can't block it.
You can't block it all, and I want to know. I want to see what the critical charts are
Yeah,
like.
criticals are fun. Okay. So what we do now is you're going to roll on the critical table.
You're gonna roll your armor, see if you actually take.
I'll roll 1 dice of armor. He takes 2 points of damage.
Okay.
Okay.
So now what do we roll for critical table?
You roll a 6 and a 6, so you'll end up with a number between 11 and 66.
Okay.
Okay.
Purple is is tens. Blue is single.
You got it. The higher, the better.
So 36.
36. I'm going to tell you what 63 is.
Sure.
If you'd roll it the other way.
If it did.
Severed jugular.
Oh.
It's like boom! Is it lethal? Yes.
36.
36. Ooh, that's also lethal.
Most criticals usually are.
That's a punctured lung.
Oh.
Oh my word. Okay, so and he'll be stunned for 1 turn and then suffer -3 to dexterity.
Oh.
He probably will not receive healing in time.
No.
Okay.
So do you want your crit number to be higher or lower?
Higher. Higher is more lethal.
11. Wind knocked out.
No, but
66.
for your actual stat, because like when it's silenced, you're saying its crit goes to 2 on the pistol.
No.
Oh yeah, you want your crit to be low.
Low.
Okay,
Think-
so because mine's silenced with the modification, that means mine stays 1 even though it's silenced?
No, your pistol's not silenced with modification. You have the choice to make it silenced.
No, but she's actually made the modification to her pistol for it always to be silent.
No. Only with the Gauss. Do you have a Gauss pistol? And it's always
The
silent.
rail, you said that's the same.
Yeah. So Gauss, coil, rail, all the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Your modification made it silent without penalty to velocity.
Okay. So, which means you keep the 1 as your
Correct.
critical.
But it's always silent.
Cool.
Which means...
But it counts as a mod, right?
Yeah.
And guns are only allowed 2 mods for
Yeah.
pistols.
Which means if you roll 2 successes with the pistol, 1 to start the damage, and you can use the 1 for either this extra 1 for either damage or to roll on the critical chart.
Right.
Okay.
You can only roll on the critical chart once, by the way. So
Yeah.
you can't buy like 5 criticals.
Okay.
Oh, that'd be super cool.
That would be brutal, though.
So
I shot you once and I got you there, and there.
Yeah.
Bleed silently.
Meanwhile, Oswald's like, yes. Okay, and so 11 is wind knocked out. 66 is crushed skull.
Oh.
Instant death. 65, 66 are instant kills. There is no saving. So FYI.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Let me roll my critical. Damn. No character dead today. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so he apparently was attempting to pull you off the vehicle before you drove away. He got a rocket to the chest for as a reward. Okay, and he kind of collapses behind you. Okay, you see him kind of stagger to his knees, but then collapse again, turning his head towards the sky, obviously in pain. He looked malnourished, probably 16 or so. Just looking for a way off the planet.
Not the way to pick it.
Okay. So that was, yeah, so as you drive away, something's happening behind you. Everything okay?
Yeah.
You actually, as this is all happening, gunfire is ringing out. Of course, you rolled to control the vehicle. You rolled no successes. So you actually sort of side scrape the vehicle itself.
Which side? Because he was leaning out of one of them.
The other side. Okay. And so now you have the shopping cart thing happening.
Don't know.
Oh, awesome. It's only 10 kilometers, whatever.
So the vehicle is now at -1 to control because of the damage to the vehicle. Okay.
I would have had magic.
What's that?
Oh, just my joyous rolls. It's just...
Yeah. Okay. You guys. Okay. So you drive.
Oh.
Now?
Fuck off.
Your dice are bitches.
They're your dice. It really doesn't matter.
Ooh.
Oh, who's that for? What's that for?
It's the encounter card. There was 2 on the way there. One's that one.
Oh, lovely.
Awesome. Well, you guys have your weapons already out, so we're all good.
Yeah.
You guys got guns out?
They
Oh,
do.
yeah.
Well, they
Yeah,
do.
So you have your splinter gun. You reload. What do you have?
I'll pull out my rail pistol as I put the jar jet away, since apparently I gotta clear that jam, and it's not something I can probably do on a...
No, absolutely. You can do it right after combat's over.
Oh, sure, I'll...
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you can probably do it in combat, but it takes like a turn.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll clear it then.
Yeah.
Or is there a test?
There's a test in combat.
Yeah.
Out of combat, it just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a nice thing. You're moving while, you know.
I'll clear it.
Okay. Okay, you are approaching the location. You're perhaps 2 kilometers away, maybe 1.5. It's like the inertial locator is a little bit dodgy inside the city because you're weaving. You're kind of turning up and down. So the inertial locator is like,
What?
well, inertial locator is not GPS, right?
Yeah.
What it does is it has a map inside of it, and it charts where you started, and then it charts how far you've moved. It calculates those two, and then it puts you on a position because, unlike most other places, unlike Earth, there is no GPS on Kusari, right? It's never been installed. They do have certain positional things, but Kusari, those are all tightly controlled secrets for a number of reasons, right? So that you can't, Google Earth, where the exchange vault is. Or Google Kusari, I guess, right?
Google Terran.
Ahead of you, you are perhaps a block and a half away. You can see what appears to be a group of looters, men with guns, people with guns, and they appear to be pulling salvage loot out of some building. What they're carrying are indiscriminate crates. However, because of the narrowness of the road,
They're in the way.
they're basically in the way. Yes.
And I can't go fast enough to go. Meet, meet.
Oh, you're going fast enough to go meet.
Well, no.
Meet.
Bump.
Darn.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're driving about as fast as a fast golf cart.
Yeah. It's still faster than walking. Though.
Yes, and it's less troublesome than walking. So, so you
I'm sure walking
think
would-
about turning around and sort of backtracking, and you kind of look at the maze on your inertial locator. You're already a little bit. You think you're probably a little bit off course. So
Ditch and walk the rest.
Might as well. It's only a block and a half ish.
Okay, so you pull up and just hop out.
Yeah.
All right,
And
so
I get my weapon out.
is that like bad attitude type of weapon? What do you carry normally? What do you got out?
Pistol.
Okay, so you get a pistol.
She'll get a rifle at some point. But.
Yeah. Okay, so you find yourselves. So now you've stopped. You're about anywhere between a kilometer and a half to 2 kilometers from your destination. The street leading up, which is the way your destination says it is blocked by these people. However, since you're no longer on the road, this place is very much three-dimensional, right? You
Shall we
see
go
walkways above, grading, etc. So you think it would be pretty easy to bypass them from above or to cut up like a small foot alley. Again, though, the possibility of you becoming lost in sort of this maze are probably not insignificant.
All right.
I'd rather
Let's go up and ask them for
avoid.
directions.
We could.
A little forcefully if we have to.
I prefer not to. How many people are we talking about here?
5, you think?
It's not bad odds. That's not great odds either.
Well, if they're anyway as skilled as the dude with the axe, right?
It's hard to say.
What do you think?
Go around them.
I don't know. So far, combat's been pretty good. Maybe we should have stopped to like patch Spivey up.
It's just a neck.
1 whole damage out of 7?
Yeah.
It's not insignificant.
Do we get all of these dots or just 7?
No.
7
Just
worth? Yeah. I don't know. I mean, we could forcefully ask that they clear the way.
I'd go with either route, but I'd rather not get lost, which means basically sticking to the street.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can exercise my command. See what happens.
Do it! Practice the rolls, man.
All right.
All right. Okay, so you guys stride up and...
I can look fearsome.
All right. Do you have any command?
I do.
Okay. Do you have more than me?
I have 1.
I also have 1.
I'm not even
I
going
have
there.
4 empathy. What's your...
You're better than me.
Okay.
I'm not even going there. Not to mention, you do have something you haven't used yet, so...
Okay, so just so we're clear here, command is very much command. It's about leading people in combat. Tactics, battles, etc.
Manipulation would be what would...
Manipulation is what you're after here.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, that I don't have.
Nope. So you still have
I always
more.
figured it would be command because it's like,
Do this.
So-
the authority of us. Get
Right.
out of the way.
So the difference here is that command's actually a trained skill, right?
Okay.
So-
I have it for being in service.
Yeah. So in crisis, you call the shots, knowing that you're never stronger than your unit. So
Oh, I see. It's that kind of command.
Yes.
Yes.
it's
Gotcha.
it's leadership.
Yeah.
Right?
Whereas pretty much anything
Yes.
chatty, talky would
So-
be...
Manipulation.
Manipulation, and sometimes, like if you're threatening,
Or culture.
you could. Culture is knowing the culture.
Okay.
Right. So in this case, you could argue that you're going to use strength instead of empathy if you wanted to. You wouldn't want to, but like Dread, for example, might take a dice and manipulate and use his 5 strength to.
Yeah.
As an intimidation.
Right. I gotcha. Okay. Huh.
Okay.
Well, I've got nothing in manipulation.
No, but this just means that we can still make unskilled rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
So
On
that
that
just
side, you can. Yep.
turns into my...
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Well,
Well,
also,
I can re-roll them.
there's also the... if we're not in combat or whatnot, you can always try stop.
Yeah, but there's like 5 of them. And what am I stopping them from doing?
Seeing us.
No.
Ah.
It's not magic.
Yeah, I'm not gonna...
manipulation.
I'm not... Yeah, yeah.
It's feeling like they've looted enough.
Yeah.
They're not going to argue when we want to walk by them.
Yeah. Well, which means we would have needed to approach stealthily. Discern who the
Have
leader
they noticed
is.
us yet?
What?
Have they seen us yet?
No, they seem to be fairly intent on what they're doing.
We can still stealth. They haven't noticed us yet.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, let's try that. That'll be fun.
Okay, so the idea here is that you're going to try and stealth up to them.
Okay, so we're going to
around
need to
them.
stealth close enough to observe who
Yeah.
the leader is and then stop him or make him feel like,
Or just shoot them.
oh, maybe we've done
So
enough.
so remember the function of stop, right? The function of stop is to basically when I declare an action, you can stop the action with a Mystic Powers roll.
Yeah.
Stop the action by saying stop. Okay.
Yeah.
And they basically forget what they're trying to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right? So someone's coming to inspect your ship, stop.
Yeah.
I've declared that they're going to come and inspect the ship, stop.
Yeah.
Right?
These guys haven't declared anything on us yet.
That's correct. Someone wants to come into the bar, stop.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Like it's a single action, a single intention that they simply forget about and wander away.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
and
in this situation, basically, we're down to just like stealthing
around
past them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sans car.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not that the car made a lot of noise, but yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well,
they're in
we're
the
not
way.
gonna. Yeah.
Well, actually, you have what's your strength?
3 strength.
All right. Because if two of you had 4, you could probably carry the car.
No, I only have for
You
force
grab
of
Dread,
damage.
it's like,
Well, if my strength combined with my force would be 4.
yeah, no, I'm kidding. It's light, but it's not that light, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna try and stealth around them.
Sure.
All right. Who's got the worst stealth? Who's got the worst stealth? That's infiltrate.
4. I've got 0.
5.
That's 4. That's you.
Yeah, that's me.
And you got
I've got 6.
6. All right.
Well, like between the agility and the.
You can still help her.
I'll help.
Okay.
So
one-
it's my
well-
stealth roll plus their help.
Yes.
Can we both
Interesting.
help?
What's that?
Can we both help?
No. One person will lead the help.
What's your
Infiltrate.
I've
infiltrate?
got 2.
So it's still just one dice.
Plus my agility is
Yeah. Okay. So no, it's
4.
just
So,
because mine's only 1. So
Yeah.
Either way, 1
You
or
get
2
one.
seems to be
Okay.
one die.
And you'll get a bonus dice for the ease. These guys are distracted. They are loading the truck.
And you said bonus goes into skills, right?
Yes. And this is a versus roll, so I'm actually going to roll my... Ooh,
That's gross.
So I'm going to roll my observe.
So no matter what, I still have 2 failures. Even
well, they're not failures unless you push.
if I push, then I have a chance for more 6s or more failures.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, why not, right?
There you go.
Ooh,
Nice.
Nice.
3 successes.
Okay, and 2 failures. Okay,
Yes.
so I'll just add these. These carry, by the way, to the next game.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm rolling for them. Their wits is 2.
Okay.
Their observe is a single dice. Okay. And because they're distracted, actually, I'm gonna add an extra dice of skill because I'm rolling for the group. All right, so this is all of them.
Group observation. Bite me.
So close.
Glad you pushed.
Glad I pushed.
Yeah, no kidding. All right. Yeah, so you guys move up and timing when they go inside and when they're looking the other direction, you slip by them. Okay. At one point, you kind of up a level, across these sort of metal grate walkways as carefully as you can, up onto a roof and then down again, and you find yourselves on the far side. As you go by, you do notice that it would appear that these guys have a couple of people bound with some sort of like sticky, right?
Oh, jeez.
Sort of on the ground, and it would appear that their possessions, that's what these guys are stealing.
I need to get heroic.
None of us took that problem, I don't think.
Doesn't mean that
I know.
isn't in our nature.
It has often
As it
been in our
has
nature.
often been, yes.
As much as it's been an annoyance to...
Oh,
I think just surprise attack, 1, 2, 3, shoot.
yeah. Sure.
Silence if you got it.
Okay.
yada.
Sure.
You don't got anything.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Trouble.
Trouble
Look,
magnet.
people to shoot, and
A reason to shoot.
technically there's no law here.
Fine, so I guess it's initiative then?
It is, no, it won't be initiative.
A surprise attack.
Surprise attack, yeah.
No.
Well,
You have the drop on them, so.
I'll actually go over to the rail. Actually, yeah, no, I had the jet pistol out, so not going to be any chance to be quiet on that one yet.
Okay, so this is a sneak attack. And you'll get...
Okay. Here's a...
So you've tested infiltration, which you have. Roll it once. If you fail the test, yada yada, you cannot trade yada yada yada. Or I cannot trade. Oh, okay. So you beat them by 1, which means that you will all get 1 bonus dice on your attack.
Aha.
Question.
Yeah.
Not that it's going to probably happen for any period of time, but do you skill your dice for each pool cap out at 5?
No, not necessarily. Like, for example, you might have a skill of 5 and then get a bonus and actually get 7.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was
absolutely.
just asking because one additional bonus for situation on, say, a scavenger roll, I'm going to be at 6 dice for
Absolutely.
the
Way to go,
for
buddy.
the skills.
Okay, so there's 1 extra bonus, and that goes to the skills?
Goes to
Skill.
skill. Bonuses are always to skill.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys take 3 different guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
How does combat veteran work? Or is that only for initiative?
Only for initiative.
Are you using your splinter?
Yeah, so don't forget your bonus for your gun. Okay. Okay, so you're like... Okay, and who wants to go first? Who's got the most dice?
2, 4, 6, 8,
Not
9.
9.
9.
Okay. Hey, the soldier has the most dice. Oh my word.
Welcome to my life.
Wow.
But you can reroll because that failure is a skill? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so reroll.
That's a lot of time.
Do you want this?
Welcome
Sure,
to
yeah.
my
I'll
life.
chuck it in there. Why not?
3. I can see.
4.
Any failures?
4 successes, no failures.
Yeah, bastard. Okay, one's all you need to hit. What's the critical on your...
2.
2. So you have 1 and 3 bonuses. What do you want to spend it on?
1 for extra
What's the
damage,
damage
1 for the
What's
bonus.
the damage on the splinter?
2.
2. Okay.
So 3 damage and a critical, or
Sure,
5 damage.
No, 3 and a crit's fine. That'll be fun. Throw a couple more dice. Yeah.
Okay.
So what's the 10? What's your... Get to...
Okay, yellow is 10s.
Okay, do it. Oh.
31.
Yellow is 10s. Oh, that's actually... Okay, fair enough. Oh, ouch. All right, so you do...
3 points of damage. And then whatever the critical...
Okay, he's at minus 3 points. He's not armored in any way. You have shattered his ribs.
Oh.
Okay, so he'll be stunned for 1 turn. And he's at minus 3 to force in melee combat. Oh, no, sorry, to dexterity in melee combat. Ouch. So
So that's like -6 if...
yeah, if he's in melee combat, he would be... Well, no, because melee combat's strength.
No, but he's -3 for his wounds.
No,
Oh, no.
He did, there's no penalty
Oh,
for
there's no
taking
penalty wounds.
No,
Right, okay.
No.
Roll. You're next up. Woo! 4.
Yep, 4, and I'm not going to push, so those ones don't count.
Okay. How do you want to spend those?
So it's 3 damage and a critical.
Okay. Go ahead.
Blues 10s. 31.
Broken ribs. And let's hear it for no sixes. Two sixes.
2.
And you only need 1 for a crit.
Yeah. I will not take a damage to my weapon, so yeah. There we go.
So, okay, so 2 damage and a crit.
Is that how that works?
Okay, so your crit costs, it's a Gauss pistol,
Crit's
right?
1, yeah.
Yeah. So you have...
2 damage.
So it automatically does 2 damage, and you have 1 extra point to spend. Extra
Good
damage, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, roll your crit. Which one's your 10s?
Purple.
Oh, 65. 10.
Snap!
And silence to boot check.
Well done.
So 2 guys are like...
And one guy just drops. Okay, so
Yeah.
exactly what is 65 anyhow?
Pierced hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
You will never love again. Okay, your heart beats 1 final time. Create a new PC.
Or NPC in this case.
Sucks to be you. And
Nice
so,
shot.
So there's 2 healthy guys and 2 not healthy guys.
Yes. All right, so now we'll go to combat.
Initiative?
The initiative, please. Now, your guns are in your hand. Do not forget to add your bonus for your initiative. Tell me what your raw is, and then what the total is with the initiative.
That's
So
nice.
the gun can add to your
If
initiative?
it has an initiative bonus, like
Yes.
6 and 6.
Okay.
Does your gun have an initiative bonus?
Nope.
Okay.
2.
6 for Sonnet.
6
2 for Bags.
6 plus 1 for my gun is.
6, 7 for Spivey. And bad guys.
Of course, I only have to.
Oh, right, and you guys surprised them, so this is actually 2, 4, 6, 8, and 7, 9.
Because we still have the. Yeah. I'm going to assume
He
this
rolled
is
a
also
1.
in short range because that's as far as.
Oh, yeah, your guys are at point blank range, really.
They're still really newbies at like looting and pillaging here on Kusari. It's
They
so
are.
civilized they really don't actually have a really good concept of how to do this
Yeah,
stuff.
okay. Okay, so on 9, Mr. Spivolda,
Click, click, boom!
what are you shooting with?
The gyro jet.
Okay, fair enough.
You fixed it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh. Do you miss?
Nope, 1. And I'm not taking any push.
Okay, so first off, I'm going to assume you have not changed targets. You're shooting at the
Same guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If he's not completely dead, I'm not going to change targets.
All right.
Because that was 2. It would have been 2 darkness. But 2 damage more to him, so I don't know.
Judah on 8.
No more extra skill bonus dice? What was that extra skill from?
That was from
Infiltration.
From our
sneaking.
surprise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
surprise.
Don't have it now.
Sneak attack.
Yeah, it's 4.
Oh, word.
Good grief, gross. Yeah, just the 1, so we'll do 2 damage to a new guy.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So another guy. Okay. So these guys are all around this cart that they're loading. Okay.
Yeah.
This is a power cart. The guy sits in the seat. It's almost like a. It's almost like a
Powered
golf
pallet
cart
lifter or
yeah,
something?
exactly.
Yeah.
With a seat in the front, right?
Yeah.
And they're kind of loading it up. So you guys wait until 3 of them are outside, and you kind of biff them all. Okay. There were 2 guys inside. One guy hears this noise. He turns. He's in the doorway. You shoot him. Okay. There's kind of a spray of blood back into the actual villa itself. But these other 2 guys are kind of looking around. The guy you shot collapses to the ground, groaning in pain. He is broken. So just so you're aware, when you run out of hit points, your character's broken. You're out of the fight. Okay.
Right.
Even if you don't take crits.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so that leaves us on
Big.
Bags.
All right. Well, I think I'm just going to continue shooting at
Same guy?
same guy.
All right. Hey, what's up, buddy? Want another one?
1. And that's a whole lot of reroll you can do.
Yep. Well,
Yeah, it's a whole lot of reroll.
a whole lot of re-rolling.
Okay, let's do the deal.
need to ignore one of those.
3. Yeah, and then so I guess I'm ignoring one fail, and I've got another fail on my
Attribute. So
attribute. Yeah, there we are.
Okay. And you're shooting the same guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have 3. What
Yeah.
do you want to do with them? So you're automatically going to do 2 points of damage to him, which I'm going to tell you right now is going to put him down.
Okay, then I might as well call damage.
Okay, sounds good.
So what are the things we can do with our bonus dice?
Well, you
Like,
could go to the back to the crit table or whatever. You winded him into death.
If you have like excessive, like is there other options besides more damage and crit?
No, pretty much you
Okay.
kill him more.
Okay.
Okay. So I think you guys are probably getting a taste for how lethal the combat is.
yes.
It's gonna hurt
No,
more
I
shot
assume the
at.
NPCs can shoot us back just
Exactly.
as hard,
Oh, yeah.
and on the quick table and all
Oh,
that.
yeah.
too?
So we can
Okay.
be gone when he rolls
Yowzers.
65, 66,
Yeah.
64.
65, 66.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's really good to have a medic around because everything above 60, you'll be dead in D6 minutes without help.
Jeez.
Ouch. Okay, lethal.
All right.
Skin you alive, you killed Judah.
I guess I killed the Mandala, right?
Yeah, she was awesome enough, but don't touch Judah.
All right.
You
So
have too much, you're just having too much fun with Judah.
Now, what does the failure on
Attributes gives them more darkness.
right the darkness?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
Drama points.
Drama.
And I have a list of what I can do with those.
Yeah.
Including going first.
So I can re-roll, just like when a player does. I can take the initiative. I can tell you you've run out of ammo.
You could
Ooh,
tell us that
nasty.
we're out of ammo.
Yes.
Which means we're out of ammo.
I can tell you that you misfire.
Oh.
Shots.
I can take a reactive action, so I can dodge.
Yeah.
I can say that you've lost a possession.
Ooh, jeez.
I can summon reinforcements. I can put an innocent in danger.
Oh no.
I can create a personal problem. Nature's wrath. Something dangerous in the environment attacks you.
Oh, lordy.
Sharks!
They're dangerous.
Oh, yes. We pointed that out before.
Yeah. Oh,
Normandy
She
sharks.
never had a chance.
Went through her.
And I can activate the powers of darkness.
The powers of darkness.
Sorry. Let's remove that one.
A bit of whacking magic.
Okay. No. In my case, I can activate psionic abilities. Right?
Yeah.
So, I'm actually one of the things it tells you to do is build up a stash of these. So,
Because
I'm
remember,
not too worried about you guys.
they carry over to the next game.
Bingo. Okay.
So he can build them up for whenever he wants.
Hey, it's my turn. Hey, it's my turn. Okay. Well, the one guy, he's going to take a quick action, duck behind cover, and then, which is this loading pallet thing, and then he is going to use the fast action to ready the weapon. Okay. But then he's going to take a quick action and fire. So the thing that he's firing is an ugly little weapon about like this with a box underneath it.
Uh-oh.
Okay. And you guys all roll d6 and we'll see exactly who he shoots at.
Not it.
Not it.
We all rolled 1.
So we all roll again?
Yeah. Maybe it.
So we're aiming low.
I don't know.
1.
4.
4. 1.
4. I'm it. Or are the ones you're rolling?
What's that?
A high number or a low number?
Sorry. Lowest number is who takes the attack.
Oh, then you two roll.
Roll again.
Oh no, you beat because we were tied 4 and you had a 1.
Yeah. So it would be me.
Order of operations.
Yeah.
Darkness. No parrots. Got a lot of money.
What?
What?
Lego movie. Batman. That
Haven't
was
seen
his
it.
song. It was
No parents.
Darkness. No parrots.
Oh, jeez.
Got a lot of money. And like Lego Movie 2, apparently, what's her nuts, Wildfire, whatever her name is fooling around with Superman to try and make Batman jealous. Like, just totally great great things to have in a kids movie. You know,
Weird.
let's manipulate emotions and
Okay.
Okay, I just had to figure out how automatic weapons work.
Oh, this is gonna hurt a lot.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's a lame automatic system.
Probably
automatic
high.
fire, full auto. Oh. All right.
Oh.
Okay. So what happens is you begin firing. Okay. And so say for example he had a 3 and he had 1 shooting, right?
Yeah.
I roll. Okay. And what I do now is I add a skill dice. As soon as I roll a 1, my weapon is out of fire, out of ammo.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. But every 6 that I roll, I add, and I keep rolling until I roll a 1.
Oh.
Ow. Ow.
Right?
Yeah.
So I should never have an automatic weapon because I'll be out instantly.
So this could get.
Whoa.
Oh,
There we go.
So that's what would happen. Now, he unfortunately cannot do that because firing fully automatic requires
full
3
action.
actions. Yes.
Okay, so you can only burst.
Correct. Okay, so he
So I
fires.
could have, with my burst shotgun, I could have burst.
Absolutely.
Oh. But I think that was your PPW, which is I don't believe is the splinter gun.
Okay, ready?
No, I have written down the splinter gun. That was what I.
Here we
Yeah.
go. He's firing at who?
Me.
You. Ooh, 1 hit. Hey, I'm not going to push that. Do I care if he pushes it? Yeah, no, I'm going to save these. Okay. Fair enough. So his gun will do 2 points of damage to you. Go ahead and roll your armor. Oh no! That's 3. Oh, that's 2 1s. Ouch! 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 Okay.
So that's 2 points of armor, and that, or 2 points of damage, and my armor rating goes down to 2 until I fix it, or
Yeah, it has to be repaired.
Yeah.
Okay.
ow.
What are you down to? 4?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. So he fires. The other guy runs away. It's like, yeah, I'm out of here.
Shoot him in the back.
What's that? Okay. So now we go to the top of the initiative round.
Well, he's not
so
looking.
Spivey goes to 7.
Oh right.
Sonic goes to 6, and Vegs goes to 2, and they are at 1.
And I actually dropped to 6.
6?
Do my right? No penalties from damage.
No.
Right.
What happens is if you actually take a wound that says
Oh, the critical on the critical chart. Okay. So
yeah, so he winged you.
yeah.
Are you gonna shoot again? Sounds like it.
Shoot him in the back. Huh.
Well, there's still the guy down below who's actually firing.
I'm gonna shoot at the guy that just hit me.
Okay, do it.
Murder, death, kill. I'll re-roll that bad boy.
Yeah, why not?
Because he ain't got no fails.
Yet until I roll them
You
on
got any
this one.
successes?
I have 1. And no helps, but no more fails. So 2 points of damage.
Okay.
I believe that counts as a large straight in Yahtzee.
Yeah.
Yahtzee! Okay.
I will shoot at the guy who's got this ridiculous weapon then. That's just stupid.
Okay, do it.
No likey.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
Hey.
Eat lead.
Or in this case, tungsten.
Tungsten.
Whatever.
Do you want a critical that, or do you want just the 2 extra damage?
Is he hurt? He's not hurt, is
He's
he?
hurt. Yeah, he's been shot twice.
Oh.
Because you shot him the last time.
So that would be 4 damage total then?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure, take 4 damage.
All right,
Will that
fair
kill
enough.
him?
It doesn't kill him. It downs him. It breaks him.
Breaks him.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go collect the weapon.
Okay.
Let the other dude... Oh, you got a chance to shoot the other dude in the back if you want.
Yeah, I could try that.
Okay. It'll be a deflection shot because he's running. Okay, so he moved on his action. So if you drop down, you could shoot him as he's going.
Yeah. Is it? So if I move to be in a more advantageous position,
You have
you
to
mean?
move to catch
Yeah.
him. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do
Can
that.
you drop
Bring
down?
in friends.
Okay, do it.
Do it.
Andrew's going to make me some more of these.
Okay.
One for everyone. Or just dice towers.
Dice towers would be good.
Because then it's just such a compact thing, right?
Alright, there's one, and then I can ignore that one. Get him with more stuff.
Okay, you don't get to re-roll that dice, though, right? The one that you ignore?
Oh,
You still
Is
have to
that
leave it.
skill or?
No, that's stat for him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still have to leave it. You just don't pay attention.
Oh, okay. And fail on the bonus.
The bonus dice, those are skill dice.
No, that is
I'm rolling yellows as the
skill. That would be weapon.
Black as the weapon.
That's what.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So fair enough. So you, when you fire the weapon, you knock the sights out of alignment.
Okay.
It'll now be +1 until it's repaired.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Yeah.
But you got damage and a crit. Yeah?
Nope. He's got damage. He needs 2 for a crit.
Ah.
Yeah. Alright.
So
3
3
damage.
points damage.
All right. Well, you give him a parting gift at least.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you hear him crashing out of a window and through the next street.
Oh no.
You want to roll damage he takes from falling?
Kinda, yeah.
Go ahead, roll 3 dice.
2 dice. Okay. Doesn't matter which they are.
No.
None.
4, 4, and 1.
The 1 counts for the failure of the landing.
Oh.
So buckshot or birdshot across
All
the
right.
ash
Okay.
and
So
a
these
sprained
you
ankle.
have chased off these looters. Well, actually, my apologies. You've ruthlessly gunned down 2. You've broken 2, and you've chased another one away with splinters in his ass. So
you're only ever dead if you get the crit table.
no. What happens? Yeah. So if you're broken, in 1 day 6 hours, you regain 1 hit point.
Okay.
Okay. So basically, you're knocked out. It's bludgeoning damage. It's light. Grazing, etc.
Woo! Woo!
So one guy's got 3 hours and one guy's got 6
Yeah,
hours.
so they're down. Yeah, exactly. The other 2, however, your criticals were lethal. If you do not, yeah. So basically, a 4 or better on the first dice is pretty much a killing shot.
Shot in the heart and you're to blame.
Oh no.
Oh no! Oh
You didn't
no!
sing it before.
No, she didn't.
All right. All right. Fair enough. You chase these guys off. What do you do now?
Go free.
Tie the people.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And
Do you need help?
might
I could,
need.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let me try and medkit.
Okay. Do you have a
Fine.
med kit?
I actually
I
have
have
two.
traditionally had a medkit.
You
Based
have?
on my old character sheets, yes, I have 2 medkits.
Okay. If she has Medi-KG, I think I might agree with you on your manipulate thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you do have that?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I picked it up because, yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'm traumatized about Medicurgy over the last time that I employed it.
So you want to try to...
Sure, I mean, it's not fantastic, but it's
All
something.
right, so it's wits plus your skill, and your medical kit, just the basic one, gives you +1.
Yeah?
Yep, do it.
Let's push that.
Okay.
Can you repeatedly push?
No, there's only 1 push.
Oh, there we go.
2 successes and
The
broke the
kit's
kit.
out.
So
Yeah,
I had
right.
2 charges, now it's empty instead?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And you will heal for 2 hit points.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Takes care of that. The shots.
Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna grab the gun.
All right. So you grab the gun. This looks to be somebody's manufactured weapon.
Oh.
Okay. Someone basically auto-lathed, a high-density barrel, and the mechanism appears to be some sort of loading mechanism. Kusari previously was a fairly high-tech world, or high-law world, right? So you're guessing this is some sort of underworld weapon.
Okay.
Okay.
3D printers.
It's actually called a cutter box.
It's pretty impressive.
Okay.
Like automatic.
Bonus.
It's only +1 and does 2 damage.
0 to initiative, 2 damage.
Automatic.
Crit and automatic.
Crit 2, automatic, and it has an ammo of 3.
Make 10.
Yeah,
and
pretty much.
range of medium.
Range close.
Range close.
It's Kusari. Why do you need something range medium? Like the next target is like 10 feet from you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Free up these guys, whoever they were
All right.
stealing from, and
So you free them. As you free them, they seem a little shocked that someone's actually come to help them. And in Mandanese, it's like, are you with the KDF?
We can't understand them.
Yeah.
partially.
We're not against
We're
them.
not against them.
Thank you.
We're an expeditionary force.
Okay.
Just passing through.
Thought we'd kill some folk. Done that now. See ya.
Yeah.
Murder hobos.
I'll rattle off the address and ask if we're going in the right direction.
Oh, yeah. So there are two of them, an older man and a younger man. You're like, well, thank you, odd off-world folks. And you're like, we're looking for this address. Oh, yes, it's up the street, and you'll see it by the yellow lantern.
Thank you very much.
Okay. So with their directions,
Better. Yeah, it's like the device the stuff that we're following is fine. Street directions much better.
yeah. Okay. So following their directions, you managed to get out there in no more than the next 10 minutes. Okay. Again, twisting alleys. You guys are kind of moving quietly, trying not to attract too much attention.
More.
Unless you need vigilantism. Or
No.
Are you good with the? Are you done for the day?
We're done for the day.
For the moment. Come on now. Don't
yeah.
cut ourselves short.
So
we get a
you-
bonus if we become a vigilante gang.
So you
Is that a group concept?
vigilantes? No. Concept.
Pirates?
No. Well, actually, pirates are a concept, but I'm not sure there are many vigilante pirates. Right? Hi, I'm Bat Pirate.
Privateers.
Yeah. So we were. Oh, so you find yourselves finally before a relatively basic-looking walk-up. You guess about 4 stories. The place looks poor. Okay, that's the only way to describe it. It's definitely in a lower class section of town. And sure enough, out front hangs a yellow lantern.
You're going to do the talking since you speak their language. But I guess we'll knock or walk up and knock. Or
Yeah.
All right.
we have whichever unit she's in out of...
No, but you have her name, Aiko.
No, it was Chindra.
What's up, Chin? Yeah, Aiko Chindra.
Nope.
No, what?
Chindra?
Oh, Aiko is the
Rentra
other guy's mother. That's
Hema.
fine. Sorry. Thank you.
Whose mother?
Forget it.
Paco's mother's Yolanda.
No. It's something else. I forget I said anything. Too many games.
Okay.
I noticed. I'm like, I look on Rooksgate as
Okay.
This is why we keep notes.
I can stop anytime I want.
I have to compartmentalize more.
Yeah. Okay.
More Red Bull.
Okay. So you see her name on the little telepad down below. It's a low tech thing, thus it's still working. And what do you do?
ring the number.
Okay. So you ring it. Momentarily, the little video screen comes alive. And a woman, you'd guess late 20s or so, late 20s, early 30s. Tough to tell in sort of this sketchy little screen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? In Mandanese.
We have a delivery for you.
It's a,
No, we have news.
Delivery and news for you.
okay, who are you?
My name is Spivey. We've got a delivery for you from. It was.
We're shipmates of Owen.
Shipmates of Owen.
Who?
Dread. Yeah. What was Owen's other name? We didn't.
Badir. Owen Badir. That was his.
Owen Badir.
Her face looks confused.
But she said she's Chandra? Chindra?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's me. It's like, all right, well, come on up.
Weird.
Strange.
Okay.
make our way up to her apartment. Or
Okay, so you make your way up to her apartment. As you make your way up to her apartment, go on and make observation. Yeah.
One success,
Two success.
2 failures.
Okay, don't worry about the failures. Just and no pushing the roll. It's not a dramatic roll.
no,
It's,
no successes.
okay. You're taking the walk up the stairs, and you come to sort of an odd conclusion. This is a brothel.
Mm-hmm.
Aw.
I'd actually already come to that conclusion with the yellow lantern.
Oh no!
Aw, he was in love with her. And she wasn't in love with him. Yup.
Okay, what do you do?
Keep going.
Yep.
All right.
Gotta fulfill his wishes. That's her job, right?
Right. Okay. So you arrive at the door. The door it lies open. She's dressed in what looks to be some sort of like a synth silk robe, and you can tell that she's. It doesn't look like she's wearing much underneath. Let's put it that way. Okay.
Working clothes.
Right. So she takes a drag on some sort of narco stick. I'm sorry, I didn't really get. You have a delivery. You have something for me?
Yeah.
We'll just give her the flower. It was requested to be sent to you.
Who's it from?
Someone who apparently cared for you.
Guy by the name of Owen Vidier.
Yeah.
I'll show
Would we have a picture?
yeah. Dude.
Okay, so you show her the picture?
Yeah.
Oh, Chengu! Oh, he's a great guy. A lot of fun at a party. Yeah, what happened to him?
You just
Not with us anymore.
Yeah. Well, that sucks.
Yep.
Well, thanks, I guess.
Have a
You're
good one. We won't take up much of your time because we can't afford you.
All right. Yeah, so the door slide slows in front of you.
Yeah.
That's a shame. Well, that would have been sucked if we actually made it here with him alive. Heartbroken Dread.
She may have responded differently if Dredd was actually doing the...
Yeah, except he would have been, I'm here to take you away. And she's like, no.
Well, no, some of that response was because we were using a name she didn't know him by.
Yeah.
Yeah, but her reaction to it was one-sided. He fell in love with the local whore, and
we'll make our way out of the city.
Okay.
Actually, we'll walk back down to where our truck is, turn it around, and use it to exit the city.
between three of us, there's not enough room to pick it up and turn it around.
All right. Yeah. So there are no further encounters on your way to town, not hostile ones at least. Okay. So you return to the exit. You return to your dust-off spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
And click the transponder for pickup.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. And so so you guys manage to sound the transponder, and we'll skip ahead to they do pick you up. Commander Geiger basically says, "Go okay, everything's fine."
During a few encounters, everything went fine.
What's the city like? What's the state of the city?
Looting, depressed. Didn't run into any gangs per se, just locals.
Okay. Yeah.
I think.
And with that, he takes you back to the Merrily. All right. So we are going to do experience, and then we're going to call it.
Okay.
If that's okay. So next time we'll have Tavin. So what we do every time at the end of the game is we basically answer yes or no questions. Okay? So first off, did you participate in the session?
Yes.
One experience. Did you overcome a difficult challenge to help your crew reach its current goal? Okay. This challenge was mostly a warm-up.
Yeah.
There wasn't really that much of a challenge in this challenge.
We refrained from shooting down the KDF.
True. Was that difficult?
This is us! Didn't we nearly lose Spivey and Dread the first time? Because when Cam was playing, he just randomly shot at the plane flying over.
Did you put yourself or your crew at risk because of a personal problem?
Personal obligation, not problem.
Personal problem. The one that you wrote down on your
Yeah.
page.
No.
Impulsive?
Nope. Oh, not me. You.
Impulsive.
Did you lead the charge on shooting those coons in the street?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as it's out of there, shoot them.
I don't think, though, that there was a significant risk in this
No.
one. And I think what we'll do is we'll go to the next one, you'll go, that kind of makes more sense.
Yeah.
Did you learn something new about yourself or another significant character?
Yeah.
It's a
Yes.
dread. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so I think that's probably worth something. Did you sacrifice or risk something for a PC buddy? So you guys haven't named your buddies yet, so we'll come to that later. And lastly, did you act in accordance? Okay, so we're going to have to think of a different way to give you experience for that. Okay, so we'll start with 2 experience for this game. You level at 5, by the way.
Okay.
So it's relatively quick.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, and so I think we'll call it there. And
So, what do we do for relationships?
we'll do that after we sign off here. Okay. Thanks for joining us. It's sort of everybody learning the new system today, so it's a little bit slower. And we're missing Tev. Thanks a lot, Tev.
The spirit. You can feel the
he's
over
in the
here.
spirit. Surprisingly quiet today.
Look how much we got accomplished.
Oh, shush you. We love you, Tev.
We love you, Tev.
You're a great contributor. But that said, we're going to sign off and hope to see you again next time we play. The schedule will be up on Twitch. And talk to you then.